get their ads, and then we MST3K their ads, so that we're showing advertising that actually makes us money.
I love that idea. I love the idea that I also love that I took us audio and visual while we were having this discussion. So we're now broadcasting live.
Yay.
Hi.
Yay. Welcome to Faradir role-playing in Orzhov.
I mean, we're going there if you really want to defect from your guild, you know.
No!
At
least not
he was
the Orzhov.
really rude to you about, like, oh, you could finally do your job and all this stuff. I mean, I think you should look for a new boss.
No, that's a fair criticism.
Oh. Hi, Equilibrium.
Especially if I'm actually technically on payroll.
Well, you haven't been paid anything. Not even from the Corral sample.
I know.
Which they said they finished.
That's why I'm going after Corral.
That's why. Yeah. Hey, this background music is provided by Sirenscape.
The Azorius told us not to.
Not a sponsor. We don't have any sponsors.
The Azorius don't sponsor us.
If someone wanted to sponsor us, I am willing to sell out. My bank account is bad enough that I am willing to sell out.
I feel like if we got sponsored by the Azorius, all the regulations and things we have to meet to keep that sponsorship would be worse than friggin' Nintendo.
Okay.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that GM Gearnos was in a circle of truth when he said he'd be willing to take the sponsor.
Okay, 1 second. Maybe if I do that and then this. Yes, I got camera feeds back. Oh.
Hooray.
And it's like, all the cameras disappeared. It's like, oh god, no.
So,
I can deal with...
do you think people are born Azorius? Or do they have to implant the stick?
Meryl, I think you're gonna have to hold your phone up closer.
No, I don't know that he does. I heard what he said.
I heard that.
Oh. Could you share with the rest of the class?
Assigned to combat birth?
That's why I said I don't think he does.
How I have enjoyed these 54 sessions with y'all. Oh, hey, we're at the original team right now.
Well, I guess we are.
I don't like doing things like that.
Let's introduce ourselves. I'm GM Gearnos. I run this whatever. Next.
Hi, I'm Tux. I play Faradir, the Simic, hybrid Simic Combine Ranger.
The hybrid combine.
Uh-huh.
I'm Zuzava. I play Ingrid Corveno Omaroma, and she's a Golgari shaman.
Hi, I'm Demage. I play Grigum.
Little Witch Academia.
Yeah, I am Merle. Apologies for the lack of video at the moment. I play Rael Corveno, cleric of the reluctantly Orzhov. He is the best dressed man in the room, in any room. And we are going to see about swindling his mother out of some money.
No, it's more like re-swindling your mother.
I don't know if we wanted Rael to talk
about...
some
very expensive assets.
Yeah, she kind of swindled us, and we're like re-swindling.
I feel like this could entirely be innuendo.
This is why nobody should be Orzhov ever.
You just said that Circe has some very nice assets. I heard it.
I mean, if you hadn't been Orzhov, we all know that Halo would have come in and played Orzhov.
We do?
I mean...
We all know that now!
Okay.
I know three things.
Maybe we can switch. I'll play an Izzet cleric. He can be an Orzhov sorcerer.
I mean, your mom thought he was very polite. And, I mean, his boss is like, no, I didn't hire you for that. So, I mean, he's not even doing any work for his boss right now.
Is anyone doing any work for their boss right now? Raise your hand if you're doing work for your boss right now.
I'm doing the one thing I was told to do.
Like, if you consider
Technically,
Ingrid's
Rail's mother
boss
is his
her
boss.
mother, quote unquote, then yeah, she is kind of. I think she told her to have a nice day.
Oh. So, last session, a lot of stuff happened. Some of those things involved, fallout from having conversed with a kind of gigantic eldritch entity. And, messing with the law.
And then a gigantic legal entity.
Yeah.
Question. Adolphine was a sphinx, right?
Adolphine? Yes.
Okay, good. I just wrote down Adolphine. with
Technically,
no
she was
comment
a
in my notes.
gynosphinx. Because she was a she.
I just...
Sphinxes are he, gynosphinxes are she. It's like how an android is a male android, but a gynoid is a female android. Meryl, back me up on this. You got sci-fi.
So my phone is male?
Yes.
Well, so there's at least 3.
That makes certain situations very awkward now.
Androsphinx, Gynosphinx, and what the third one was called, but it's weird.
Androsphinx?
That's Andro means male.
I know.
So yeah.
And Lamia.
Wait, huh? Who's a Lamia?
Wait, Lamia are sphinxes?
No.
Okay.
So we doing a recap?
We're doing
Oh,
a
I
recap.
saw the page.
Well, this is kind of a combination of recap, buying time to see if Halo joins us, and giving Meryl time to get a chance to get to the computer. But yeah, a recap would be a good idea.
So, as with so many other times, Bree's got into legal trouble.
That's not inaccurate.
I feel like Fairdeer should do this recap, since he was the one that spent a lot of screen time at the start.
Fairdeer, you have been nominated for the recap. Do you accept?
Sure.
Excellent.
So...
Are you a bad enough dude to remember the events of the last session?
Yeah. So, I was working in a lab as a researcher, and I was told that I need to defeat this giant rabbit. And so I was like, okay. And then they presented this other Simic researcher to me named Rail.
Last episode,
So we went...
not the whole season.
No, we're letting this go.
I
Don't forget the comb.
You wanted me to buy time.
Don't forget the comb.
Rail
and
and his
his
comb,
comb.
right?
I decided to get Kay later, to balance the team. It wasn't fair that Rail had his comb, but I didn't have anything from me, so I got Kay. But Rail also has Hermes now. Damn it.
I am working on
need to get-
a Familiar Master Prestige class.
A Rail has Hermes and a black pudding.
Yeah.
You have to step it up.
Now I need to get like a familiar summoning so that I could basically be a rigger in D&D and just be like, go my minions!
You do?
Summon
You do
familiar.
need
Not
that.
a competition.
Yes.
I mean, Fairdeer has made it clear that it's a Rail and Fairdeer competition from the first prologue episode.
So here's something that I'm thinking on. Warlocks of the Chain Pack have a expanded familiar list that says their familiars can attack. Summon Flock of Familiars does not say that it is limited to only the familiars of the base version of the spell. can a Pact of the Chain Warlock use a flock of familiars to summon multiple familiars, and then use a bonus action or an action to command them to attack? And if they do so, would they be justified in shouting "Fly, my pretties" when they do so?
Only if the familiars can fly.
I mean,
Otherwise, it
if it's
makes
rules as written,
not much sense.
I'll be turning my computer on and doing some talking now.
Well, theoretically, it says that they use the same rules and options as a familiar conjured by Find Familiar spell,
Yeah,
which says they can't attack, I think.
but the Warlock
I guess-
thing changes the rules for Find Familiar.
I guess the biggest roadblock I would think of would be you only get one bonus action per round. Can you use one bonus action to add multiple familiars? I'm not
I feel
familiar with
like you
Warlock.
could do that and just balance the game for that.
In which case, the action economy is, like, stupidly gone. The only thing that would break that more is if you used Twin Spell Dragon Breath on them.
So-
good combat rules in 5th edition are notoriously broken.
Yes. Anyway,
Unless you have something like a fireball spell, you're going down to a pack of rats, no matter how high level you are.
keep on going, Faradir, Tux, whoever you are.
So, skip a few
99,
years,
100.
months, time interval.
It's been 8 months? 8 or 9 months since
So-
y'all started this.
We went to okay, so a little help.
Congratulations, Fair Dear. I'm never nominating you again.
I don't take good notes.
You take notes?
So we started
Okay.
out with you being questioned by the Azorius.
Okay, that's the starting point. Okay, so I started out being questioned by the Azorius about my involvement in the Scuttlefish, which was basically, I know Corral was involved. That's the extent of my knowledge.
You give them a little bit more than that. Like our best guess of where she was, and
Well, yeah, but they asked.
the fact that we had been already investigating her, which means we kind of thought there was something going on.
It was all in the paperwork for his file. I don't know if that's actually true, but Faradir believes that. Then, so I got a bunch of basically fly spies swarming around me.
That's
Or
an accurate
miniature golden snitches, whichever way you want, but they're surveillance. So I think fly spies probably is more accurate. So they were circling me, so I was reticent to go back to
Just
the.
one. You just-
I thought it was 3.
Frizz had 3.
Frizz had 3, you
Oh.
had 1, and one extra one showed up at some point, and y'all aren't sure where or how.
Okay. So I had 1, Frizz had 3, and some pervert got involved. Somewhere. So I had the fly spy around me. So I decided not to go into the headquarters because I didn't want a bunch of information about our business to just be broadcasted to whoever, because that seemed bad, especially since they were a client. So, maybe don't let them know, like, your markup and your billing strategies and stuff. So I wandered around, found a wand shop, started doing some identifies, and then they wanted to... It was to take care of the fine, right?
Yes.
That we initially went out. So I met up with them because they decided to take care of Halo's fine.
In between, Griggum found a bar and got some rumors.
That's unimportant.
It was a casino.
Harsh but
Sorry,
true.
I didn't put that in my notes.
Casino.
So
Onyx
this is
Mystery.
Faradir. Faradir didn't know what Griffin
Including
did.
a possible Lawmaster rumor, so that's cool.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Though in character, Faradir doesn't really know everything about that.
I mean, that's okay. I didn't even know till the testimony that you testified with the police. No one told me when I got back to the office. No one told me.
No one told
I
Ingrid.
thought Meryl.
Our Frizz. And
I thought
Meryl and Rail had already picked up the paper with your questions and put it in
Rail,
in his Documancer bag. So the questions and answers weren't even on the table.
I thought he told you guys, but anyways.
Nope.
That's just Rail being Rail. Anyways, so, yeah, we went to pay a parking ticket, basically, and got questioned for manslaughter. As happens frequently. So, yeah, lots of waiting, lots of fun
Yeah, the
going
whole
around.
mysterious door that Rail disappeared into and came back, and then the door changed.
Yeah, so Rail was being Rail, and then I went up, did a lot of paperwork. Kay was there. Very important.
Kay's always
and
there.
then
You can't
we
control
went-
that dog anymore. He can fit through any space that's like an inch or more.
But he can't climb ladders. Sad.
Have you tried?
I know what I'm going to do with my
Apparently
downtime
ordered
now.
himself dinner. So, so who's to say he can't climb ladders?
Walmart just sent me like a notification that they have like 20 different teas.
Anyways, so we went to fill out paperwork. We were told that we would meet with a high-ranking person named, well, I say person, individual. There we go.
She's a person.
The Grand Arbiter of Judgments.
Okay. I don't know what all the pronouns of
She.
means. Okay. Works for me. So Adolphine, the Grand Arbiter, that thing, decided to preside over it, which was a little surprising because that seems a little bit higher than basically a zoning infraction ticket. And then we were kind of on the hook for messing up a crime scene, which
But Frizz was.
I think we all were, weren't
no.
we?
All of this was Frizz has gotten the Azorius on his case, and y'all just kind of tagged along.
Oh,
We were there
Well,
for supporting witnesses, basically.
we were
damning
good
witnesses,
friends.
whatever it might be.
It's all of a sudden, it turned into a shonen series, and it was all friendship and victory.
I mean,
And
I was half waiting for this to turn into an Ace Wright, or whatever that lawyer game is, Phoenix Wright.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
Phoenix
the
Wright.
only thing is that
I
in
was prepared
Phoenix
for Rail
Wright,
to do a lawyer.
the judge
Though,
isn't
to
a
be
mythical
fair,
being who can kill you on the spot. So, a little bit
Yeah.
different tactic.
You know, Rail
said,
was going to
I
bring a
cannot-
reason to bring Clefra in.
Yeah, that said, I cannot think of Phoenix Wright without thinking of the boot to the head skits. Because they've been linked so much together, especially during times of Newgrounds being popular. Like,
Newgrounds is getting
That's
really
Newgrounds.
popular again, and
it
that
is
is
again. It
weird.
is again. Well, I mean,
Woof.
it's become
Okay, agrees.
it's become one of the many refuges.
From the Tumblr
From the-
apocalypse.
Yeah, the Tumblr apocalypse. Yeah.
Yeah, that was sad. At least it's not a bunch of cartoons talking about, like, Flash animation.
It is. Oh,
Oh, we lost him.
okay, that's our threshold. I'm going. Damn it.
Shit, I said the forbidden word.
Well, you said 4 out of 6. Anyway, and 6 includes you, so sorry.
I am
You're
not a
stuck.
person.
You counted yourself in the 6.
In any case,
You are either a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, or a 6, whether or not you're a person.
Are you saying I'm
So-
at least a 6?
You're at least 1 is what I'm saying. If
Oh.
you're a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't mean it like that, Gearnos.
I
I'm
popped my
being
neck.
technical.
I popped my neck, and everything went sideways for a second. Anyway,
So what do you think? On a
I
scale
don't
of 1
know
to
what
7?
happened. I just came in and all of a sudden your wife is telling you you're a 6.
Recap then.
no, it's not. There's still more stuff.
That's all the context I know. In any case,
Frizz got released and got a boon. And then for tampering on the evidence, he got found guilty and sentenced to 6 months of helping the guild pack.
I feel like
Which
the boon covers the, inconvenience.
I feel like that person was actually really, really good
The
at
judge?
their job. Yeah,
Yeah. She's like
that's
the one.
cool.
She's like that judge that, hey, you kind of done fucked up, but not bad enough to go to jail, so you need to wear a chicken suit and hold this sign and walk around in the park for 8 hours.
Yeah, just not for any reason, just for our amusement. In any case, so that got resolved. So that's kind of cool, and I think that's basically where we left off.
The only thing you have not mentioned is the 5,000 gold worth of platinum bars that has been sitting at your office for 4 days.
Yeah, that sounds like the sort of thing Faradir would not mention.
Wait, does Fairdeer even know about that?
He was there when it was unboxed.
Yeah,
That doesn't mean Fairdeer knows about it.
Faradir is sort of like finances.
Oh, god
That's for
damn,
other
baby,
people.
that is beautiful. Ziziva just shared a picture of her new dice set, and I'm wanting to order a copy of the Essentials box for myself now.
They're just the red clear ones. They're pretty basic, but I like solid colors and really easy print.
Nope, that didn't
and
work.
they're
Yeah,
they're clear. That's actually something I usually don't like. But then again, I've been getting such bad rolling ones. Maybe I need clear.
Yeah. That said, even though they are pretty basic for dice, they look also very quality for basic dice.
Well, the big thing is I got the DM account on D&D Beyond, and I needed to start getting source books. And the Essentials kit gives you 50% off your source book for the player's handbook. So, I mean, basically, I took the dice, I took the coupon code, and handed Gearnos the rest of the box.
Okay, I'm trying to get a picture of this up where everyone can see it.
They're pretty and easy to read, just like Faraday.
Okay, and then I
Probably
go...
true.
Paste? No. Nope, that's not what I want to do either. How do I undo that? No! I just took
I
that
just-
photo too!
I guess share it with the group.
I can't! I was
did.
trying to... Huh? No, I mean to, the general populace, because no one who's going to be watching this on YouTube later is going to understand what we're talking about.
But I just shared the picture on my phone to my camera.
Oh, I wasn't watching the cameras.
It's a pretty fuzzy picture. It's not really as clear. You can't see the nice clear numbers and stuff as well, but
Yeah.
gives them a good idea.
Okay, I have bought as much time as I think I can. We got 3.5 hours to go.
We're on a tram.
Y'all are on a tram. You're on a boat. I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat.
I'm
I
on a
don't know.
sub-tram.
I don't know the rest of that song.
I mean, that's
Listen,
all
we're
the
gonna head-
song. That's all there is.
Yeah.
All
If we
right.
repeat any more, we may get copyright struck.
I know. That's all there is.
What does the fox say? No, I can't sing. Anyway, tram, sub-tram. Y'all are heading back to the office? Y'all were leaving from New Prov, or are y'all going?
We were heading for as close as we could to the Orzhov, I thought, to let Rail drop off the stuff for his paperwork.
Okay, y'all have about an hour-long trip because y'all were in the second precinct, I believe.
Yeah.
And y'all are traveling to the fourth, which, clockwise, they're kind of adjacent to each other.
So I've been making some notes on like the door and how it opened and everything, and then I look over to Faradir and be like, so during that trial, they talked about someone from the team making a statement, and you waved your hand. Were you at the Azorius, Faradir?
Yeah.
What were you doing there?
Are you wearing a kimono?
We can't hear you.
Oh, it lit up green, but I still couldn't hear.
Yeah.
Darn. It might be us. I don't know.
Meryl, can you say, "Mother, may I please have a peck of pickled peppers"?
Can you hear Grigum?
Well, Grigum's muted.
He's muted.
I'm muted because I'm.
I was asking if you could hear Rail.
Oh,
I could hear him. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then
Okay,
it's me.
so then it is us. So that confirms it's
One
us. So time
second.
to reload.
Okay, we'll be right back after a reload. You can still hear me. That's because I'm doing the recording.
Okay, I can see Zizaba.
Yeah,
I can see
I can
Tux.
hear.
Hello.
I can see everybody. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
You
I
are
can't
not
see
John
Meryl.
Carpenter's The Thing.
I can't see Meryl, but I can hear Meryl. That is
Okay, do you
what
want
I
me to
need,
turn
though.
my
No, it's
camera
fine.
off again?
No, please don't. It's,
Okay.
The spinning dots are very soothing.
Oh dear.
Equilibrium, I would love for you to show off your dice. I don't know how we can make that work, but please do.
You can send us a message on Discord and we can hold it up on our phone for the cameras.
The annoying thing is when I was doing GM's Brew, I actually have stuff set up to show people, like, what I'm looking at on my... Go away, you floating thing. But, I don't have other camera feeds set up. Anyway,
So in the tram, I was asking Faradir about his trip to the Azorius.
Yeah.
and Discord crashed. 1 second.
He's not in Discord.
Okay, my Discord crashed.
I had my whole
Right.
screen go gray a second ago, but it didn't fully crash. But yeah, things are iffy-ish.
We're doing great today.
I'm assuming we're back.
Yes,
So
we're back.
yeah, so I was giving a progress report and mentioned Scuttlefish to my boss because I
At
figured,
the asylum?
So I mentioned the Scuttlefish to my boss, and because I felt like it was relevant, they should probably know that this was a thing that happened. And apparently the Azorius were monitoring the place and took me off for questioning. And I tried to keep the answer specific, but on point.
Right.
And
What did you
Rail
say that
actually
we
has a
need?
copy of all of
Okay.
my answers. But
Can I see that, Real?
Okay.
I gotta say, that is a nice kimono.
Thank you. It's one of my souvenirs from my first trip to Japan.
Maybe someday. Would they make me come back?
Yeah.
I'd take you with
Say it
me.
again?
Uh,
I
Hey,
mean,
for
I'm
real?
saving up towards another Japan trip at some point. Sorry, say that again, Ingrid, please.
can I see that paper, Real?
Yes. Yeah, Rail will hand it over.
Okay. I told him where we're going for Corral. Let's see. You didn't tell him the thing I was worried about you telling him, so that's cool. You said that you mentioned our whole agency investigating Carl. That's super not cool. Okay. And hands Rail the paper back.
Internally,
to be fair,
Ingrid
I
is
didn't
screaming.
have much of a choice.
Huh?
Internally, Ingrid is screaming, isn't she?
No. She's still good.
See, the trick is that you have to reveal some secrets, just not all of it.
Yeah. So Ingrid's writing down about the door glyphs and stuff, and it's like, Rail, we should probably also talk about, that mysterious door you went through.
Mysterious door.
Oh,
Yeah,
when you ran away from us in the Azorius building and went up to the 3rd floor and went into a door that, you
Ingrid,
saw it when you left it.
Sure, I don't know what you're talking about. We went in, and then we found the place to...
Remember we were suddenly on the 3rd
and-
floor, and I was like, we're supposed to be down there on the 1st floor for paperwork?
Oh, well, yeah, but, I just zoned out a bit. That's nothing to be concerned about.
Oh, yeah, but you came out of a weird door. And then when we went back up the flight of stairs, the door didn't look weird anymore. If it's, some kind of Orzhov lawyery business on site, I guess that's one thing. But, if it's something like you really don't know, maybe you should ask Hermes. Hermes was with you.
Frail, could you come here a second?
Hermes wasn't with me. We didn't have a chance to resummon Hermes.
Hermes is
as
still
a
an
raven,
octopus,
did
and so you are.
Well, Hermes.
Wait, no.
Passed.
He got resummoned as he got poofed during the fight with the scuttlefish.
Frizz went and bought the materials,
And then you
but maybe we
resummoned.
didn't
Right.
resummon. Did you resummon or no?
Yeah, I think he resummoned him as a bird.
Did I?
I believe you did when you
Vaguely
were
sounds
camping.
familiar. Yeah.
I will take y'all's word for it.
I'm checking my notes.
Okay, so...
Hermes was
sounds-
resummoned as in his raven form at the bottom of the shaft, yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Well, in that case, thank you for correcting me on it.
Rail, could you come here a
So-
second?
Well, let's let him ask Hermes first.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, Rail is going to just kind of talk mind to mind with Hermes. You can do that with familiars, right?
Yeah, you can telepathically communicate with him.
Yeah. Did I do anything unusual? Is Ingrid telling the truth here, Hermes? Do you remember anything like that?
Okay, since it is telepathic communication, you get actually just a mental video feed of sorts of going into a door, and then maybe a few minutes later you coming out of a door.
So Hermes stayed outside the door.
Yes.
Ours doesn't
Right.
have memory, but yeah.
Thank you for letting me know about that, guys. I don't remember it.
What is it you
At
wanted
all.
to do, Fairdeer?
I want to do a quick concussion check. I'm assuming this
sounds
would be medicine.
Go ahead and make a medicine check.
Because he got hit hard by the scuttlefish and other recent things.
Thank you to our newest follower. I can't say your name.
That would be a 19.
19?
Nice.
Rail looks like any other adventurer who's had a kind of rough couple days.
Okay, you look fine, but if you hear a lot of ringing or keep having weird memory lapses, let us know, okay?
Neither Rail or I are healed, so we probably don't look 100%.
Right. Rail is doing
We're good.
pretty
Bad
good.
are
I
you
think
guys
that's right.
No, we're good.
Okay.
All right.
I was about to say, oh yeah, the blood taking thing, and then I realized, no, that's in a different universe.
I am working on a cyberpunk D&D setting.
So, like now Ingrid's drawing out, like, the lid thing for her notes to give, and then she's like, oh, by the way, so is David Corvid your grandfather or great-grandfather?
History roll.
Yeah, like, as a player, I don't think I recognize that name.
The
Ingrid is wearing his armor. No, that David is not Scalara's father.
Yeah, because Scalara's father wasn't given a name.
Yeah, y'all don't know his name yet.
The grave thing.
He was definitely given a name.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm sorry.
A history roll? That
Yes.
is a 19 plus 2, 21.
Your grandfather's name was David Integra Corvid.
So not grandfather.
Okay. So...
Well, people use names. Like they named their son their name, so...
This would be a pretty particular name because of the Integra, too.
And barring the second or junior or whatnot, I think it's reasonable to assume that's the same person. Why do you ask?
So we're not third cousins. Exactly.
Sorry, we're
not third cousins. I'm not exactly sure, but I think your mom's been through a clone spell before.
Fair enough. That makes marriage an even less appetizing proposition.
Wait, are you guys
God, multiple Circes. That's a terrifying thought.
Yes, this is regular out loud, fair dear, if you're asking of that.
Okay, so are you saying, like, you're more related than third cousins, or?
I mean, I guess slightly because, like, he would be 50% more related, even though the number's still small. It would be a factor of 50%.
Wait, so how was David related to you?
My great-grandmother's twin brother.
So, hang on. So, Ingrid's great-grandmother brother is David. So if
I will bring up the fact that wasn't one of the big things about the family, the whole not dying thing.
That is also true.
Well, I mean, apparently, with my side not having the cloning, theirs has shorter number of generations. Because we weren't Orzhov?
That makes me your first cousin.
Once removed.
Twice removed, I think? Once removed?
I believe once.
I can never keep it straight in my head. But yeah, that
in
makes
the
us
South
first
we just
cousin.
call that cousins. If that helps.
Yeah,
anyway,
well,
I think until you and Mavana have kids, I don't think the family should reunite.
Mavana's not there,
at
is
the
she?
very least,
No,
not
she's
at the
not.
She's obvious.
level.
She's not?
Oh wait, no, she is. That's right, because
Yeah.
because he went somewhere. Yeah, Mavana turns bright red and turns to face the back wall.
Yes, that makes us first cousins once removed. I found a chart. You are absolutely correct, Girnas.
I've been planning this for a while. I would hope so.
Yeah, at some point I need to figure out if it's actually possible for me to have kids.
Lay eggs.
And what would necessarily
biologically?
Okay, so how this works is I lay eggs and then leave, and then you come in and fertilize them.
That's going to be a very difficult conversation with the
So
rest
is
of
our
the
tram getting you stop casting agency near the Orzhov now?
Yeah, y'all would.
I feel like they've had a long, productive
About
conversation.
maybe 10 minutes of silence follow that, and the tram comes to a stop just north of the Orzhov district.
Look, this is what happens when you just give us a moment of silence to start reminiscing and saying shit on our mind.
Oh no, I'm perfectly happy to let this keep running. The more y'all roleplay amongst each other, the less I have to do, which makes my job infinitely easier. Plus, there's always a chance that y'all will stumble on another thread.
Well, we're
Y'all were
here
close
now.
to one.
Are we walking or taking a carriage?
All right.
'Cause, I mean, we're not here because there's no trams allowed near the Orzhov area. Because it's holy ground.
Oh yeah,
We don't want to
this is
show
the
weakness, and we don't want to. Ow. We don't want to look poor. Let's take a carriage.
Yeah, this is
Let's
the
take a
place with that
courage.
one carriage that we like, right?
Yeah, let's see if Reggie's around. But if not, we'll just take a different carriage.
Reggie was in the Singrove neighborhood.
Yeah,
Y'all
Reggie.
are in Barwin Hill.
Yeah, the other way.
Y'all met, what was his name? He was the Orzhov.
We met a guide, but he didn't have a carriage.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember his name now. It was the one, Rascom, that's it. Y'all met Rascom and he took y'all to meet Bezel.
Yeah. Well, you're the priest. Why don't you see what you can flag down?
Carriages are not too hard to find in this area, so you shouldn't have too much trouble flagging one down.
I'm just trying to think of how that
Dude,
would work. Like,
You're
you're a
do you add
priest.
the carriage
See
fee
what
to
you
the
can flag
invoice?
down. Like,
Oh, should we do it because the priest wouldn't do that kind? Fair dear.
Transportation.
Oh, okay. No,
Fair dear.
I-
See who you can flag down.
I was trying to see how the logic followed, and it's like, oh, right, because the priests are all higher ups and important looking. Okay, that's the connection.
No, I
Alright,
want the
give my brain a
tentacle
second to make
monster
that
to
make
try and
sense.
wave down a carriage.
I guess I could.
You know what?
I'm pretty good at waving.
You know what? No, I am going to cast thaumaturgy to make my voice 3 times as loud and go, yo, taxi! Because why the hell not?
After a few moments of waiting at the edge of where the Orzhov district begins and the tram station lets y'all out, a ornate black and wood carriage with silver trimming pulled by 3 black horses with matching harnesses comes to a stop at the edge.
This is going to be an expensive carriage.
A gentleman with a shaved head and the Orzhov guild symbol branded on the back of his skull looks to y'all with a slight and polite incline of his head.
Yes.
The door opens and a priestess in a silver gossamer robes with a black enameled chain with gold coins hanging from it steps out. She makes eye contact with Rail for a second before moving past the group and to the tram station. The driver looks to you and is like, "Where to?"
I do not have in my notes the name of
The Chantry?
Rail's family estate.
The Corveno
Chantry.
Yes.
Chantry.
What's the name of your chantry?
Corveno Chantry.
It couldn't possibly be your last name, could it?
I couldn't remember the word chantry. I've taken 2 sips of my coffee.
I see.
So,
That's a little more.
did you know her?
The word. I can't say.
He's
I've
the son of
seen
kind of the big boss, and he's pretty
Oh, yeah, it was probably just her
noticeable.
just her noticing him. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? For that matter, while we're here, and Rail is going to shake out his coat, and it's going to shift into, I guess, priestly robes with a big Corveno symbol on them. Because why the hell
the
not?
raven over a skull?
Yep.
Okay.
But like, I just like the idea of him going like, shake his robe, and it just kind of shifts.
It's really
Or his jacket,
more
in this
of
case.
like, yeah, the jacket, it doesn't become full robes, so it looks like he's kind of like got a bathrobe on of sorts. But it's enough that
Oh,
he
come on!
It's a jacket. It takes the form of other jackets, but I am laying this work.
Because of her lifestyle expenses, Ingrid is always in better clothes now, so she just steps into the carriage after him.
Alright. The inside of the carriage is richly appointed with plush cushions of crushed purple velvet. Silver buttons dot the seats. Real silver. The inside of the carriage is slightly warmer than the cool outside air. And a small table situated in the center of it has a crystal decanter of fresh, clear water inside of it.
I definitely think we're gonna need to invoice this one.
How does billing usually work for these, Rail?
That's an excellent question.
Favors.
Dear note.
Favors.
Yeah. Effectively, this is. So, is this me calling in an Orzhov, a Corvino favor?
Do you have any Corvino
Or-
favors?
That's what I mean. Like, is this going on the family account,
Yes.
or am I going to need to do this
This
guy
is
a
going to
favor
go
at
on
some
the
point?
family account. Or it can,
Oh,
unless
so-
you want to
His mother
throw
is
money to
petty.
him.
What would the normal rate be if we did throw in money? Like, what do we have like any idea? Like,
Base rate is 3 copper per mile. In this one, it would be 1 silver per mile.
so if we gave him like 2 gold from lifestyle expenses, we'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll do that when we get out.
All right. Everyone piles
Would
in.
would that be like considered bad or?
Mhm.
I'll do that, and if it's bad, there's a partial favor that is still owed by them, and if it's good, then he has extra income. Ingrid's decisive, but she doesn't spend too long on
Oh yeah, that's
the
true.
ramifications of that kind of thing.
The
Yeah,
carriage,
that's fair. I forgot a little bit.
the carriage rambles over cobblestones. You notice as y'all are speeding through the Orzhov district, there are more spirits in black robes with gold chains hanging from their shoulders and limbs than there is normally visible in this area. They're milling around the corners of streets. A few of them glide through the air. As y'all pull through the area up to the large open expanse of what was once the Sanctum of the Bright Soul and is now the Corveno Chantry, you see what looks like a small array of wagons and carts that have been assembled in the open courtyard. A pair of Rakdos in the Harlequin Divide are talking with a group of people setting up food stands.
You know, maybe we should have stopped by and seen if Pan had any news before we came here. But too late.
Hindsight. Alright. So.
Okay, so is Reeve with us?
I thought Reeve was back at the.
Reeve is back at headquarters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just have Mavana
Yeah,
and
it's just
Mavana will automatically follow you. Reeve, you need to go, hey, come with us.
Right. I need to
I'm
remember
letting
that
him
Mavana is
rest
actually
up
with
for the
us.
red
And just,
race.
like,
fair.
right. Speaking of
Um,
Mavana,
Priest?
just so you know, after this, we're going to be hopefully heading out into wild areas for a bit.
Of course, Priest.
So just make preparations.
So, all this extra bustle and commotion and stuff being set up, do you have any idea what's going on, Mavana?
She kind of looks at the cards. Like, it looked like at the carnival with to sell food.
Oh,
Is it that
yeah, I
time
meant like
of year
with
already?
I mean, like, because there's extra ghosts around and it's right outside the chantry. Does the chantry usually, like, have food events outside?
No.
Yeah.
I do not know why the indentured spirits are out in mass lately.
Well, I'm sure Rail can stride in and get his stuff done either way.
Right.
No, Ingrid, sure.
No, just saying that, like, I'm sure Rail can handle this. I just imagine her, like, patting him on the shoulder and then just pushing him forward.
Yeah, that's how I treat
Yeah.
Frizz. That's how I treat Frizz. That's
Like-
not my Rail.
It's all you now, Rail. Go.
As I
First thing
recognize
out
it,
here.
Ingrid actively avoids making physical contact with Rail.
Except for the hug,
Aw.
which he didn't want.
In all fairness, Mavana didn't really want the hug that she got either.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with hugs.
Alright,
But-
y'all are in the courtyard of the Corveno Chantry. What would y'all like to do?
Well, Rail is debating whether he should just kind of stride on in or inspect the proceedings just out of professional interest.
So, maybe this is a stupid question, but when you say food carts, are they selling it or is it just carts there?
You don't see anyone lined up to purchase anything. You don't see anyone actively selling anything.
Okay.
There looks
Yeah,
to
go
be
ahead.
about 6 carts in the process of getting set up with banners and awnings.
Do the banners have writing on it, or is it just like color banners?
There is one that has the Harlequin Divide that you've seen Reeve wearing. There is one that looks like a silver coin with a similar divide, though it has a different iconography with stars instead of diamonds.
Stupid question. What color was Opal's coin?
I'm sorry, what?
What color was Opal's coin?
Hers was 10 metal.
Yeah,
Okay.
Opal's was 10. There is one that has what looks
So not
like...
a similar color.
No. There's
No.
one that looks like it has 2 half moons joined at the tips, so that there is an open circle with 2 moons on either side, and branching antlers crisscrossing in the center. That's 3. Let's see, the 4th one. There is one that looks like a the mask of the you see at the Greek plays for comedy, but it has been cracked in half, and one of the eyes is red. There.
And just to ask, I don't recognize any of the others, right?
Let me get a history roll from you.
Gregum, I think maybe
9.
this is more your expertise. Do you recognize any of these
We don't
clans?
know that, though.
I don't know. Do I recognize any of them?
Make a history roll.
All right.
After the mask, there is one that has what looks like a skinned rabbit.
Hang on. Yeah.
That's lovely.
And then the last one is just like 12 intersecting spikes.
Okay. Lucky Black. Let's
I
see
swear,
here.
my next character is going to be a lore bard. Be like, I know everything.
How can this be? You're like, I have no idea. I was like, die roll.
Mm-mm.
Actually, I do. It's like bardic knowledge.
Mhm.
One time back in college, I didn't remember at first because I was drunk that night.
But now that I'm drunk now,
So
Yeah.
you
I
say
remember.
what kind of roll? Like,
Make a history check for me.
history. Ooh la la. Plus
Yeah, that's a
0.
wisdom. Oh,
Oh,
it's an
hey,
intelligence.
16.
16. You recognize the moon, the half moons with the branching antlers. It was displayed on a banner at the Sin House that you went to in the Burgeoning Blossom District.
Hmm. So what does that mean?
That's
You just recognize it.
No,
Yeah.
no, that's like
Right. Who is
That's
who
a
is
ways
setting them
from
up?
here.
that's
right?
very
Yes.
Yeah.
boy. That you telling me that, and then I'm just there like, yes, okay. Like, but it feels very much like a there you are. It's like, do I know you? No, but I know where you are. You're there.
I like.
But yeah, no. Like I pointed out that I've seen that somewhere else before.
Well,
So
I
this
also
is-
had something to talk to your mom about, so I'll probably head forward with you too, if you don't mind.
Grigham just pointed out to one of them, said that he recognized that.
Oh, really?
Recognize it.
Yeah, that's just sum up. I tell them all the information that I know.
Oh,
Right.
like the closest neighborhood? So they're local. But we're on the other side of that neighborhood from here. That's quite a ways.
Yeah.
Y'all do also recognize the Harlequin Divide with the diamonds
Yeah.
as the one that Reeve wears.
You know, I actually, while we were getting on the tram, Friz and I noticed some of the raptors were actually wearing a pin with
It was a
the
silver
same.
pin, a silver pin with the Harlequin Divide with stars instead of diamonds.
That's devotions, right?
Oh, you
That
said it was
sounds
devotions. The
familiar.
stars is the one you described after
Oh.
devotions, I thought. You
Oh
said it was
wait, the one
devotions.
getting off of the tram? Yes.
Getting
that-
on the tram.
On the tram. On the tram or off. If it was on, then it would be a different one. If they were getting
We were getting on. They were getting off.
Okay, if they were getting off, then yes, it was devotion. Sorry.
Okay.
I have a lot of movement to keep track of.
Usually,
That's
I
fine.
don't think I've seen the Rakdos wearing pins, but I did see maybe some of Devotion's crew. I didn't specifically recognize them, but maybe some of Devotion's crew wearing pins over near the Nyx Guild Hall, actually, earlier.
We may
That
want
doesn't seem
to
ordinary
send
to
out
us,
some
right?
feelers on that one.
Some feelers to who? I mean, we're about to go out of town. We could.
About the Rakdos, we haven't seen Opal in a while.
I mean,
Um,
Grigham said she was fine.
But it couldn't hurt to
Sure,
check
but
in.
I mean, I don't think I can scry on her if she's got the coin, but I could check tonight and try.
well, my point being is, I
mean-
think some moves are being made.
I mean,
Yes. And it
Devotion
definitely
came up and
hurts.
said, "Thank you for taking care of her," and then just handed me the black coin. So I assumed that she's all right, and it's like because Devotion says she's all right and has been taken care of. And it's like,
I could try to
Oh,
scry on
Charity
her
has a
later
good
and see.
I mean, if we fucked up, he wouldn't be like, "Good job" on us, now would he?
Yes.
Maybe it's a cursed object.
I think
Also,
Fairy
this is
pointed out-
devotion. I'm pretty sure if
I
we
mean,
fucked up, but we
let's
fucked
be
up in
honest
an
here.
entertaining way, he would probably be for it.
Yes, but he said, "Thank you for taking care
Hey,
of her."
maybe we shouldn't say devotion very loud out here near all these.
Oh,
Set up.
right. Hold on.
Let's go inside. We hadn't gone near him yet. We were still at the street. We were at the street still.
Well,
Don't mind me. Keep on going.
Hey, no. Like, he's well within his rights. After all, as the phrase goes, speak of the devil.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just keep going.
So I guess we should see if your mom's busy. I mean, if it's a bad day, you could give her the invoice later, maybe. But I mean, if she's trying to pass it off as a loan, maybe sooner's better.
Let's
Also,
screw it.
did you really roll? Did you really roll for an out of character talk there?
Maybe.
I mean, if it's Rakdos,
To be, yeah, you know what? I'll give you that. However, I will remind you that you need to say the full phrase to have any effect. That's why people only say the first half, because if they say the full thing...
You know
Should we
what?
just
I'm gonna
start
go
calling him
tap
Dev?
Rakdos on the
Okay.
shoulder.
Um,
What's going on?
Any particular one you're looking for? There's 4 of them that are just kind of loitering around. 1 Vishino. 2...
Yeah, one of the ones loitering. Just
Okay.
sorry.
There's like 1 Vishino, 2 humans, and a goblin that are kind of like, talking back and forth among themselves. The rest of them seem pretty occupied.
Probably one of the humans. Do Vishinos speak common?
Yeah, some do.
Yeah, I'll kind of address it to one of the humans just because of the fact that I know that we have a language we both understand.
Yeah.
Just sort of a, hey, this all looks interesting. What's going on?
He kind of turns around. He is missing 1 eye, has 6 parallel scars running... wait, hold on. Yeah, 6 parallel scars running vertically along the right side of his face, from brow down to chin. As he turns around, looks at you. What do you want?
Just wondering what's going on.
We're starting up.
Starting up what?
Setting up.
What time?
Setting up.
Understood. Thank you.
He like spits on the
But I get
floor
it back up.
and turns back.
I think Rugum should do the investigating.
So
Why?
Turns out there's a lot more to it than I thought.
Well, you know how they are. If they're not ready, they're not ready. It'll be up when it's up.
I mean, you're spoiling the surprise by asking.
Oh, I didn't realize Rakdos for CD Projekt.
Oh my God. This is not the Cyberpunk game.
It's ready when it's ready.
The Cyberpunk game.
It's not.
When?
It's
not
not
ready
Witcher
when it's
3
ready.
either. It's not Witcher 3 either. Yeah.
Oh my God! I just had the weirdest image of like Rakdos Miyamoto,
Jesus
like
Christ.
Shigeru Miyamoto.
Oh God. Just like spikes everywhere.
Look, the Rakdos being the programmers for Cyberpunk 2077 explains so many things.
Hey, is the roof
A
safe
delayed
for a watcher
festival
to
is
sit on?
eventually a good festival.
It
Is the roof safe for a watcher to sit on?
Alright.
There are a number of crenulations. It has like pointed tip, and at the crenulations are gargoyles.
They're probably
Are there any obviously Rakdos? Any obviously Orzhov personnel about?
Oh yeah, there are people coming and going in knight armor. There is a actual giant standing at one of the far ends of the quarters, holding what looks like a halberd that is as large as a 2-story building. They're dressed in heavy plate armor with a what looks like a closed bassinet helmet with the Orzhov logo in the front.
Now that is a giant.
Hey, watcher. Zoom around as long as it's safe, and keep an eye. I'd like to know if our exit gets messy.
Watcher kind of flutters and starts circling the area.
So, heading in?
Sure.
Let's, yeah.
Alright. As you approach the door, what you hadn't noticed before becomes much more pronounced. A low, tonal chanting of some obscure old Ravnican dialect that you do not recognize fills the air from inside the church. As you push the door open, you see a congregation of maybe 80 people in the pews in front of the raised dais. A priest holds aloft a coin in one hand and a dagger in the other. Along the edges of the walls, a number of indentured spirits chant in a intone in a deep rhythm. A few of the people near the outer edge turn to look at you, but quickly turn their attention back to the priest at the dais, a kind of scrawny-looking, black-haired gentleman with what looks like a humanoid bat with a gold mask flitting around him.
Maybe this would be a history check, but are there more indentured spirits than there had been before?
Make a history check.
Sure.
Right, is the priest somebody I recognize,
Make a
or
history
check.
face to me?
The last time you were here and a ceremony was in session, Asaf had a double row. There's only a single row on each side of the church at this point, so there's about half of as many were there before.
Murmur. Hey, Rail, is this what you do at work?
It's what
Which
I'm
part?
theoretically supposed to do.
Did you make a history
Partially.
roll?
Oh, no, I couldn't hear that, so it's a history roll to see if I
Yes.
recognize the guy? That's gonna be a 5.
He seems familiar, but you can't place him.
I mean, if you want a half an inspiration to go with your half an inspiration, you can reroll.
I'll allow it.
Sure.
Because we still have
No, I'm
those,
going to
so...
actually- Fair. And I'm going to use, I'm going to burn a, what's it called again? Channel
So-
Divinity
Okay.
to give myself proficiency in history. For the next 10 minutes.
Fritz
You
and
must find
Farrier
out
still
who
have
this guy
theirs.
is.
Okay, that's a 21.
It takes a second. You're all,
Okay.
I recognize him. How do I know? You realize that's Kars.
Huh. And that's how I recognize
I know
everyone,
that.
exactly like that. It's I know them. Oh, didn't we do something at some place? Oh, yeah. That's
I'm Faraday, you know, the guy that
Okay.
you thought was
Oh, good. Thank you. I knew you from somewhere, but it was a coin
Do-
and no
Do I need to
strike.
make a medicine check? I think you may have a concussion.
What was that, Rail?
When is the last time we saw Kars?
When he was being dragged off to be beaten for being uncooperative.
Right. Oh, right. Wait.
The one
Hold
with
on. I'm mixing up names.
the one that was using up the alms to do the research for the iron coin.
Oh, right. Okay. What was the name of the fish guy again? Because that wasn't Kars. That was a researcher.
Which one? You've
I don't have
encountered
that
several
handy,
fish
but
people.
when I get to
Whatever.
that point on the
I was
wiki,
mixing
I'll
up the
add
names.
it.
Oh, you're talking about the Deep Scion?
I just call him
Yes.
Scion Guy. Honestly, I don't remember.
I will have to pull that. That is deep
Right.
notes because I'm not expecting that to come back up unless y'all make an active effort to locate him.
If we ever have the time. But yeah, no, that is who I thought it was based on the name. I mixed up the names.
Yeah. As
Okay,
y'all
so-
stand at the
That would've been
entryway,
weird.
a number of children and parents come up to the altar. Kars hands each of them what looks like a small stack of 20 to 30 copper coins from a chest.
maybe would it be an insight check to kind of just read the mood?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. 19.
19. You are not sure how or why you remember or recognize this, but there is not a grim mood here, but you recognize that this is one of the Orzhov dead rites, wherein the needful come and receive obligation from the priesthood.
Okay, so it basically it seems like kind of situation normal.
Yeah.
More or less. Okay.
Essentially, anyone can get in line and they will be given alms coins, but they also receive an obligation for the amount that they receive.
Right.
Just over the murmur. Don't take alms unless you want things to get complicated, please.
So, side passage somewhere and see your mom, maybe?
Oh. Yes.
Might
I was actually
want to figure out a way to message
It was near the
her.
stairwell?
Yeah.
Near the stairwell by the crypt, so...
Well, I was thinking
The
there would
layout
probably be
of the
a lesser
church.
priest or somebody we could.
The layout of the church is a primary long hallway with 40 pews on either side. There is a kind of balcony-ish area, maybe 5 feet up off of the ground, in which the spirits congregate to act as choir. At the front end, near the dais, on the left and the right side, are 2 hallways that go off in either direction. You have not been down either of those. There is a set of doors at the back of the dais that lead into a reflection area, which also has a stairway that leads up into the Corveno private apartments. And y'all have not been down those stairs, and y'all have not been down the hallways.
Okay. So I guess we go around we skirt around the edge of all this and go to the doors.
Unless you
We
want to
should
walk
find
down
out
the
if
central
there's...
aisle.
we
I was
should,
tempted to say hello to Karst.
I don't think
Karst,
now's the
not
time.
Yeah, I think he's busy.
I think he might be
I
mad
meant
at us.
after.
Well, maybe after.
Yeah.
We should... we could see if he's mad at us or not. That's probably good.
Alright, y'all going down the left or the right side?
We could talk to him later. I was thinking left.
Whichever one has some empty space way around the back.
There's
where
like
we can walk around.
Okay, so how it is there's a 5-foot space from the wall to the pews, and 5 feet above that open space is the balcony for the choir.
I'm short. That's doable for me.
It should be no problem for Griggum either.
I mean, I just have to
Yeah,
stoop
not a
like
problem.
2 inches, so I just like, meh.
I don't think any of us would have like that.
Well,
much
y'all are
difficulty.
6'2", but yeah, not really.
It's not a
mean-
difficult transition. The question is, are y'all going up the left or the right side?
I think he said left.
Again,
Okay,
I was recommending left.
alright.
Yeah.
As
Okay.
you approach the left-hand hallway, you see a pair of doors to the north and the south. Rich tapestries line here of birds and treasure vaults of an angel from above. Let's see here now. Left is that wing. Yeah. Bird's vaults and a angel descending from above with black hair.
Does it look like a soft? I have to ask.
I mean, insofar as it looks like an angel, it has a very generic representation of a face, and that is mostly obscured by its halo.
Okay.
Is black hair unusual for an angel?
Orzhov angels have almost exclusively black hair. You have encountered Boros angels that have either red or blonde hair.
Okay, so but it is an Orzhov thing. All right.
Do we need to ask Nirvana which way to?
I mean, that's
The
an
office.
option.
Would Mavana know any better than we do?
Hey,
I would
Mavana,
hope so.
Yes.
do you know your way to, go announce us so we can talk to his mother? Or maybe lead us there?
She gestures down the hallway. Well, this is where the refractory and the counting halls are. Across the way is the I guess the term would it's where the priests go to have confession with those who are unable to pay their debts. If you want to talk to Mistress Corveno, she gestures across the dais. We would have to go through there.
But, does the dais end and then there's floor? Or do you have to, actually go? Okay.
Yeah.
You don't think we'll be interrupting them too much?
They
Probably not, right?
focused on the on cars, I would assume. So
Lead the way, Mavana.
she just walks across the dais and through
We'll walk
the
around
door.
the
I was going to cast Pass Without Trace on us. Might be a little bit overkill.
In the back room, there are two priests that are sitting at a table, counting out alms coins into a chest and making notations. As y'all enter, they look up, frown until they see Rail, and then kind of nod and go back to their work. There are a pair of stairs up and a pair of stairs down. Y'all know that the crypt is below, but y'all have not been there, and you know above the stairs up is the Corveno apartments.
How? Well, I mean, you know what? Hell with it. I'll bother him anyway. I don't suppose you have seen, blanked on her title,
Pontiff.
Pontiff Corveno, recently.
They look.
you?
We
We have some business to discuss.
One of them stops counting. He counts like 3 more coins, stops, writes something down before he answers. He's like, Mistress Corvino is in the Ossuary archives. She has a new installation.
Yes. Side note, I believe we said we put the ring in the communication ring in the bag of holding.
I believe so.
I
You
don't
know what I mean?
think
In
that
the vault.
we talked about if we were going to, but I don't think we did.
That's right. Yes.
Do you
y'all
want
were
me to do
discussing
that
it, but
now?
y'all had not.
Yeah, I'm gonna just quietly hand it over to Ingrid.
Ingrid,
Okay.
as you touch the ring, you hear a soft voice. Hello? Is everything okay?
Yeah, just going quiet for a bit. And Ingrid writes a little note that
Oh,
says
okay.
cousin ring.
How are you?
I'll talk real soon.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Oh, we're gonna have to take her out for
Question.
ice cream or something.
If we're just giving an invoice, do we really need to talk with his mother? Is that proper procedure? We don't just leave it with the secretary?
We probably need to talk to her.
Yeah,
Okay.
We probably do.
it seems a matter of respect to me.
The priest gestures to the stairway down. She would be to the right and the 5th door down.
Should you go ahead since you officially work here and check with her or something, Rail? Or do we just all go?
Should you go ahead because you officially work here? Not because you're her son.
I'm going to send Hermes ahead.
All right. Hermes
Because
kind of
why the hell
flutters
not?
his way down the curved stairway. Are you checking on his vision, or are you just sending him ahead?
Well, you know what? Ivana, if you don't mind, and I mean, Rail is going to kind of like hold his hand out for Ivana to take it, because if I'm sharing Hermes' senses, I don't have any senses of my own.
She's
And
just stares at the
then
hand
that.
for a moment before she eventually takes it.
Come on, Ivana.
She took the hand.
Keep up.
Yes.
I know.
All right.
That was out of character. I hope that is not how Rail talks.
Hermes' vision shows a curving staircase that descends down below the threshold of the chantry. There is a dark hallway that is lit by that was Night Vale there for a second. A dark hallway that is lit by torches that flicker with a blue flame. In little alcoves, maybe 6 inches by 6 inches by 6 inches, are small urns and jars, various shapes and sizes of and decoration, a nameplate below each one.
Interesting.
The
Is
hallway
there anybody down there?
You do not see anyone in the hallway immediately. It continues down for a while before splitting to the left and the right.
All right. So we are in a bit of a what's the word?
Dungeon?
It's a bit difficult. Yeah, bit difficult to tell.
Isn't
But
that
it's
the
another
crypt?
branching passage.
Well, Hermes flies fast. Just check one of them out, I guess.
Can't you just do the voice thing? Just be like, "Hey, Mom."
No, there's a ceremony
I could.
outside.
I'm
No.
not going to.
Plus, he's
could
not
do
down
that. I
there.
could do
He's
a
up
hub.
on the same floor as the ceremony.
I'm saying when you go down there,
But he has it. It's the bird.
they.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are a lot of things I could do. That is not one of the things that I will do. Let's pick a direction, and then we can always backtrack if need be.
All right.
Oh,
left
you
to
like
right.
lefts today?
I do like lefts today. So yes, let's
All right.
left.
The left-hand path is much the same as the hallway that led up to here. One side of it is studded with alcoves with various shaped jars and canotropic jars of various shapes, sizes, and designs with nameplates affixed either to them or to the alcove. The other side of the hallway is a series of wooden doors set with dark wood and strange looking glyphs etched into the stonework around them. There are 6 doors, spaced fairly equally, maybe 10 feet apart, as the hallway continues down.
Interesting. I mean, unless
We know
unless somebody
she's
else
in
has,
general down there, right?
They
Like,
gave you specific
she is
directions
somewhere.
to her.
Yes.
So, I mean, I could use message theoretically,
The priest
or at least try to.
The priest literally told you she is downstairs to the left 5th door.
Okay, I'm going to try to just use message and
Oh,
be
what?
like, "Hi, Sousa. Brill and I are here with our company."
I'm doing math on the
I
distance.
thought he just said down in the ossuary.
She's
Apparently I
down in
didn't
the
hear.
ossuary archives to the left 5th door.
I heard everything up to Osprey Archives. I guess it just cut out.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't hear like the Fifth Thorn stuff either earlier.
After a few seconds, you hear a voice that sounds familiar to you. It is Cirsa. So, oh, Ingrid, come on down. Is my boy with you?
Oh, I had said that it was Rail in the company. Yeah, Rail's here, and we've got Mavana, Grigum, and Fairdeer.
Huh, well,
Okay.
And Frizz, I guess.
you can bring them all with if you want.
Okay, we'll be right down.
Far be it from me to deny you your retainers.
Huh.
Okay. No eating any of the bones.
Apparently you're a retainer, Fairdeer. And Ingrid giggles.
I've been called worse.
Okay, so y'all are heading down?
Yeah.
Alright, you go down the stairs, you hear a strange
Let's head on
flapping
down.
sound from the far end of the hallway on the left.
With Hermes.
Is that Hermes? And if so, let's call Hermes back.
Alright, the flapping sound grows louder as a three-eyed raven flies through the hallway towards you.
I'm going to
Its
check in
eyes
with
shining
Watcher.
dark and murderous in the dark night, or black. Watcher gives you a mental image of a number of spirits starting to kind of congregate around the edge of the building. They're starting to act agitated of sorts, though it's hard to place what is causing the problem or why.
Okay, if it gets dangerous, either get inside or get out, Watcher.
Was that
And
like
then we
out
heads
loud,
back.
or?
No,
No.
that's just me telling
That's
Watcher
her
nobody else
directions.
telepathically
knows.
communicating.
Okay.
Yeah, and then heads toward the door.
Alright, you go to the fifth door. Do any of y'all read Celestial?
I am wishing I had taken that language. I did not.
Future plans, but not now.
Alright. There are a number of strange markings on the wall, on the door and the jam, the door jam that you do not understand. Opening it leads to a long hallway where previously the alcoves that dotted the room had canotropic or clay jars. Here are skulls set on iron spikes with filigree branching out around their jaw and the side of the face. Each of them are at head level, a single skull for each location without the multiple tiers that the jars had occupied. You see at the far end of the 40-foot hallway, Cirsa, as well as two of her knights, are looking into one of the alcoves. You were just barely within range of her for message.
Well, let's say hello.
She does look up as you open the door and nods her head towards y'all. She's about 40 feet away if y'all going to go to her. Y'all approach, or y'all wave her down, or what?
I think we can approach, right, Rail?
I mean, she's not. Yeah, she's not like waving us away or anything.
No.
So yeah.
As you approach, you can see that she is setting the skull on what looks like an iron spike. Filigree of black iron starts moving like vines across the edges of the skull and the jaw, fixing the jawbone in place to the skull so that it can't be separated. There is a moment where Cirsa just nods to y'all, then looks to the skull, before you hear a deep rattling issue from the skull.
One of you again.
Interesting.
Is that the new one?
Circe, yes, this is my newest acquisition.
It's not like, as far as we know, they're not like permanently enchanted or anything like that.
Make an actually
I
no,
don't
a
know.
religion check.
Damn it. Arcana check would have been so much more helpful.
I'll allow
Just-
it. It's divine magic, but it's still magic.
Can I too?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. That's a 22.
Mine's a no.
Yeah, but
It's
plus
like a
10
7.
to Arcana,
Okay.
plus 2 to religion.
You recognize that sound as what generally will precede a corpse from, which generally follows the casting of Speak with Dead. You would also know that from the name Ossuary Archive, ossuary having to do with bone, and archive being a repository of knowledge, that likely there is some enchantment on here that allows you to access the information and knowledge that the deceased individual once possessed.
Interesting. Every time I really want to hate the Orzhov, they got to do something cool like that. I don't know.
Did you have more questions for your ancestor?
Oh, that too, yeah.
Go ahead, I have all the time in the world. Do you need some privacy? I mean, I will just ask him what you asked him afterwards.
What is his first name
I'm
anyway?
gonna
Do you
say
know that
yeah.
already?
No, I haven't asked him any questions yet. It takes some time to prepare the spike.
Well, I mean, I think Rail had something, or did you want to ask questions right now at
Well-
first?
I'm trying to remember off the top of my head which what did we decide on about how much we were going to tell Circe?
We didn't decide for sure. I mean,
Right.
basically, she knows there's something there. She knows it's, his creation, and I think he said something about birthing a god, like in the Speak with Dead. So I mean, she knows there's something down there, and she knows it's dangerous-ish. So, I
Do we
mean,
want to
we're
go
not
put it on
really.
the table?
I think the only thing you said
do
you
we
didn't
want to go?
want to bring up originally was the ring, but if you want to bring it up, I'm good with it.
Let's not, unless the conversation turns to that. All right. So I'm going to say to Circe, trying to get my brain in order. Coffee only does so much. We wanted to discuss our last invoice with you, but that can wait for a bit. There is... So, I was going to say our mutual ancestor here. As far as I know, is that correct? Our mutual...
You should get his name and titles. So when we're talking about him,
Right.
She
Which-
gestures to the skull.
The last
You
son
just have to
of...
address him.
Why did I not write this down?
Hello, first son of House Corvine. This is Ingrid, your great niece. I'm just here to talk to you again. Hey, what's your full name and title so we can talk about you respectfully?
I am... well, sorry, that's hard for me to... I am... Rybald
Don't.
Integra Corvine, first son of House Corvine.
Excuse me, did you say Ribald? Well, that just made my train of thought jump the track.
Ingrid's just going to start laughing and sit on the floor laughing.
See yourself, is she quite alright?
No, but I think she's normal for her.
I
Just
see.
not something we expected to hear. Or at least not something I expected to hear.
I'll give my composure in a second.
Make a composure check.
Is that like a will save or?
Yeah, at this point, I mean, I was making a Shadowrun joke, but sure.
I mean, I guess a wisdom save. 18.
Yeah, you. And in your own time.
Well, we had just got an investigator for Ribald. And Ingrid gets up, just kind of still chuckling.
Well, their job's a lot easier now.
You just hired an investigator for Ribald.
Oh, wait.
Hey, there's
sorry.
some money savings.
Seriously.
You wouldn't
That's
also
always
carry
good.
the epithet sweet tooth, would you? And that is addressed to the skull.
I was once known as such.
I got a question. I have a question. Hey, did you marry Cathal? I mean, not Cathal, Corral. Sorry. The Vidalkin who had the child with you?
I was married to Viviana.
Was she Vidalkin?
Viviana.
My wife was Vidalkin.
Crickum.
So,
What?
Your ex-girlfriend's my great aunt.
Okay. I'm not surprised at this point. It's like, you have as much of an extensive family as I do.
Two most complicated family trees in the world: nobility and goblins.
very odd family reunions, aren't we?
Thank
I
you.
can't comment on mine.
At this point, we just need to find out. So there's got to be some link somewhere with Frizz and. Why am I blanking on your name? I've said your character's name like 6 times this stream.
Where are you?
Faradir. Thank you. My brain keeps trying to get Faradir and coming back with Feralden. Which
We're all missing Frizz.
I keep confusing our Shadowrun game and this game in my head. So.
yeah, but when I
If
try
that
to
makes you
remember
feel any
Frizz's
better.
real name, I can't. I only get Feralden when I'm not trying to think of Frizz.
And I think that his real
Anyway.
name was Ferald and not Feralden anyway.
Damn it. So what the hell is Feralden? I'm gonna just... Everyone's gonna have to just wear name tags, that's it. I'll rely on that from now on.
So her name was
Alright.
Flavia?
Oh dear.
Sorry, we're just now getting
Zero
back.
time.
There was a bit of a time lapse with the underspace distorting
No,
time.
no. What was the name that he said? Because we just have an out to the Corral Cathal.
Viviana.
Viviana. Okay.
Yeah, we
Company
needed that.
vote.
Viviana.
We now refer to Corral as Viviana to avoid any
Second.
problems with
I
Corral
second that.
versus Cathal.
Yes.
Instantly second that.
Do you want to take an official vote Grigum,
Oh,
you get absentee ballot and your vote and an extra vote, so you get 3 votes.
yeah, all in favor?
I
Of what?
Aye.
Like,
Of
All opposed?
referring
Don't
to
care.
Caral as Viviana.
so that we don't keep on
You
mixing
can
up
name
Caral
her.
and Cathal.
Because that's her real name.
We found a
it.
solution.
Yes.
Look, you can call her whatever you want. It's like names are names.
Blue bitch.
I was about to
She's
say the
like-
Twitch terms of service say otherwise, but
Yeah. I've actually come to a decision recently. I'm going to just go the DC route of avoiding gendered insults. Everyone's a bastitch. Y'all bastitches. Lobo had the right of it.
The Flark.
The main man. I don't know. I can't do a Lobo voice for the life of me.
Yeah.
yeah. I think asshole and cocksucker are the 2 gender neutral.
Jesus.
Wait. Are we allowed to say that?
No!
True, but they're also
Damn it.
not appropriate for this stream, yeah.
I'm going to have to bleep that before I put on YouTube now.
Damn
No,
it.
I'm kidding. This is the internet. There's no rules.
Okay. If these are terms that you just learned, you may be a little too young for the stream or Twitch. For life in general.
Or 2020.
When in doubt,
Go-
just
Go
make up a
play your
random
Fortnites
syllable.
and your Roblox. Get off my lawn.
Roblox. I somehow missed that. I have no idea what it actually is. I just know it's a game that people play.
I've recognized the term a few times, and I've used it, but I don't actually know what it means. I'm just passing.
I don't completely either, so...
Anyway,
I know Neopets.
continuing on.
Also, just for clarification, my usage of them were as proper nouns and not as a descriptor of anyone.
I don't have a response to that.
Alright, anyway, back to the game. So, it's gonna be so weird referring to the skull as Rybald, but okay. Rybald, what exactly were your plans with the... you know what, I'm just gonna use her name, with Scalara.
Ascension.
Ascension for whom?
Myself.
Were you successful?
Yes.
Rails is gonna give Circe an extremely significant look at that.
So we met our great uncle about 8 or 9 months back.
I'm gonna message them too on the thing. Coin? The coin? Coin keep?
Yeah, I know. That's what I just said. We
Yes.
met him.
That's what.
Are we gonna ask about it?
Yep.
I mean,
Well,
if
why
it's since
not?
his body died, he won't know.
Didn't we see Rybold
Yes.
We
in
did,
coin keep?
and he seemed
Yes.
fairly alive.
Can we
So,
ask
yeah,
if he was involved in coin keep?
If it's before this body died, it won't know.
but you can. It doesn't hurt to ask.
Yeah.
So, Mother, do the Ossuary residents respond only to members of our family, or can my colleagues ask questions as well?
Oh, well, I mean... She turns and addresses the skull. Answer the questions of all who may ask, so commandeth I. Circe Corveno. Then she looks around. Make it fast.
Did you have any involvement in coin keep?
Yes.
For what purpose?
It was my first tableau.
First
First
what?
what?
Tableau.
Right. I
Right.
understand the word. I'm just confused by the situation now.
I'm pretty sure the meaning that I'm familiar with is not the one that he's referring to. So.
Are you saying that you created Coin Keep? Or am I misunderstanding?
Pulling the meaning. A group of models or motionless figures representing a scene from a story from history, a tableau variant. In the 17th century, in the
Right.
sense picture, figuratively, picturesque description. From French, literally picture.
Right, and none of us still remember exactly how we got into Coin Keep.
Well, we were asked by the Azorius to bring back the coin. Like, we remembered once we hit day 2 how we got in on day 1.
Mm-hmm. What was the question y'all asked him after that?
He asked, did he create Coin Keep?
I did.
Did you
Well,
create anything else other than Coin Keep, Scalara, Crypt? Yeah.
Many things.
I don't know what I expected as an answer.
Yeah.
Rel saw a vision of like a throne in a different area and some black carved stone things that were metal, and it was very like sculpted trees and nature like. Does that sound like any of the ones that you created?
No response.
Right then.
Maybe you should. I don't see the vision. It's very hard for me to put together a description of it when I didn't see it.
Right. So the vision, I finally found my older set of notes. Hold up. It was a forest with a tree warped into the shape of a throne, and Rybald apparently ageless with branching horns growing from his head. That's all I had written down.
If this is the body before ascended, but he knows he ascended, so he might be able to answer it. You ask him. You saw it. It'll be easier.
Right. So yeah, Rail will ask him. At this point, I am at the limits of what I, the player, remember about the vision and what I had in my notes.
Mm-hmm.
So
Your notes were pretty accurate. But the only thing you didn't have recorded was the void stone carved in the shape of flowers and acorns.
right. So
Yeah, you can call those
honestly,
void
I'm
stones.
really-
That's what they are.
you know what? This isn't might not be relevant to the investigation, but what the hell? Did you have any plans for Scalar beyond leaving her? Well, leaving them? I'm not sure if Scalar actually got us a gender identifier. Behind just leaving them in that cave with that tutor forever?
She is not ready.
Ready for what?
To guide me.
To guide you through what?
Ascension.
I think the problem is with our tutor. You need to fire that guy. I don't. That's out of character.
What does she still need to
I
do
wouldn't
that?
disagree.
Time.
How much time?
Interesting.
All of it.
Now I'm confused.
Maybe we should ask where
Okay.
Jonas that comes
So
in.
what happens when she gets all of it?
The beginning.
Right. If you want good answers, don't ask a dead man. Alright. Sirsa, we are going to need to investigate this further to see if there's a threat to the family or to the city. Aside from that, we'd like to speak about that invoice, just to get it out of the way. If you don't mind.
She nods. Of course. I do not have my ledger with me, but I will remember the numbers.
So yeah, I think we were just going to
Yeah, Ingrid's just bad out of it because it doesn't look like any number she could tie to logic, so she's just like stepping back and letting Rail do his thing.
So yeah,
'Cause she
Rail is
can't
going to
argue.
basically
She can't argue an
spin-
abstract number. So
Yeah, Rail is going to spin out a semi. It's not bullshit. Pardon my language. But Rail is going to.
I think I've
tease
done
out-
worse.
Yeah. Tease
I
out
don't know
creative
why I said
accounting.
that aloud.
Yeah, so teasing out
Sorry.
creative accounting to basically justify very nearly 5,000 gold worth of expenses. Not gold. Was it Zib?
Xeno.
Xeno. What were Zib?
Zib or coppers.
Ah, okay. So it was at least in
That'd
the
be
right
5,000
ballpark
cents.
of currency. So it's effectively not quite the entire amount that she left for us, but coming up with justification for nearly all of it. And basically leaving over pocket change that he can then just kind of hand back over to return.
She takes the change, jangles it, and quirks around. Huh.
I mean, and of course, if you have need of our services in future, we'll be happy to give you the family rate.
Well, and she rolls the coins across her fingers. So, I guess you're not short of funds now.
And Rail noticeably did not say whether the family rate is higher or lower than normal. Family rate, not family discount.
You could
and Ingrid will take out the
certainly-
notes she's been making about the door and the glyphs and stuff, and pass them over. And the
certainly-
means to open in the drawings.
Could certainly put down a good payment on a nice venue now. With that amount.
Sirsa, I'm not single.
Oh dear. About that.
Wouldn't that be misappropriation of company funds?
I don't
That's
know
one
what you're
thing.
talking about.
I don't either.
Seriously,
Why do I know that term? Am I possessed?
We were also reviewing the family relations.
Yes.
The family tree,
We
not
are-
that other family.
Yeah. Ingrid and I are linked through my grandfather. That is terribly close for a dynastic marriage if you want to have any sort of grandchildren who don't have gills the unnatural way.
There's plenty of methods to fix that.
She's not wrong.
You know, it is interesting that the girls are being checked up on, though. The twins.
Your sisters?
Yeah, I stopped by, and apparently Regina's been checking up on them. You know, if you really want to keep tabs on them, just seeing if they would like to move closer might be easier. It's kind of out of the way now, isn't it?
That was what I sent Regina to do, to offer your family a place in the chantry with us. I have not heard back from her.
I don't think perhaps the twins were too knowledgeable about what the conversation was. Just that she'd stopped by and asked to be notified if I stopped by.
I will have to talk to my sister-in-law.
Regina hasn't, reported back?
No, I haven't seen her in 5 days.
Isn't that unusual?
I mean, she is my brother's... Oh, we lost him.
And after our break, we'll get Fritz back, so that'll be nice.
She is my brother's my husband's sister. They are all free spirits.
Okay, so no need for immediate concern.
You can be concerned
just
about
had
what you
another
wish.
idea.
Yes.
Sorry, player just had an idea, which I don't remember if this was brought up in game or not as a possibility. So if I'm repeating myself, please forgive me. So this is in character now. Sirsa, you want to rejoin the families?
As much as possible, yes.
So, effectively, you'd like for...
Anchor's just giving a very dubious look to Rail at the moment.
Ingrid, what would you say your parental situation is at the moment?
Valora's my mom, I'm Golgari, and I have a consort.
Yes. So your father isn't particularly in the picture.
I mean, he's back in the picture. I just thought he'd be long dead before I was adult, hardly. And they already thought I was dead for a few years, so it seemed kind of awkward to go back.
Perfect. Ingrid, how would you like to be a ward? And yeah, Rail is going to just kind of look to his mother and go, adoption.
I feel like this is the setup for a sitcom, My Three Mothers.
So,
I mean...
I don't know how that would work.
The important thing is, would it work on paper?
I mean, anything can work on paper with enough lawyers.
Alright. Ingrid.
I think we'd have to talk to Valora about this.
Oh, definitely. I'm not saying we should do it right here and now, but Ingrid, would you say that you're willing to potentially have or adopt
I think
some
he
form
meant
of heir at
Sirsa,
some point
not...
in the future?
Okay, say that again.
Works too. Or, my immediate thinking was that you want to link up Rail and Ingrid? Okay, Rail adopts Ingrid. Sirsa adopting Ingrid would probably work as well. I don't know. It would probably have a lot of more headaches involved.
That was out of character.
I know, but it's... I mean, again, when we have the Spies Murmurs, I figured, there's some level of...
I love the idea of a family tree that
character.
is looping in on itself at this point.
As long as we avoid actual incest, which I think is kind of the primary goal for Rail at the very least.
The other thing is that I'd like to think that
Valora in the
Ingrid
same
has
room at some point after we go on our trip, which we have to do.
I just imagine in the family tree, Ingrid has like a birth date and then like date of ascension, date of like because
Date of
she's
adoption.
like somewhat undead.
Yeah.
It's like like lists all these dates because
But I mean,
there's
like,
no real like she died this year.
like I'm just thinking, like, is it the sort of thing that might A, satisfy Circe, B, leave Ingrid and Rail open to marry the people they'd like to marry?
Ingrid is married,
And-
or well, consort bound.
Oh, okay. I thought that was like
I'm
an
married.
engagement, not an actual marriage.
I mean,
It's
Devkarin
Golgari
don't
marriage.
have. Yeah, it's Devkarin
I'll be right
marriage.
back. Got someone knocking on my door.
Okay.
There's not
But yeah,
a
like-
lot of there's not a lot of Orzhov marriages down in the Undercity, nor Azorius ones. So you, within the Golgari, the most formal marriages there usually are consorts.
Yeah. So as a potential course of action, would that satisfy everyone's needs to a better state than, a marriage that nobody wants except for Circe?
I am not calling you Dad, and I'm not calling you Father Corvino. And
No, I mean for
you need to get Valora in on that.
Circe to adopt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just for notification, I'm not either, but I think that'd be weird.
Not as a fait accompli, as an alternative strategy.
How
And
much
over-
of this
over the
is
Spy's
in char-
Murmur.
Okay, none of this is out loud then.
No,
I mean-
that was all out loud.
Yeah.
Over the Spy's Murmur, I'm saying, and it would get Circe off of our backs.
The
Everything else
problem
was out
with
loud.
That would be a lack of continuation of the family line of House Corvid.
Well, in that case, when I have a child, Ingrid can adopt them, or when Ingrid has a child, I can adopt them. If you want to make sure that the line combines, that would cover it, I think.
I mean, I could have the advocates take a look at the paperwork.
I mean, is there a tradition of like godchildren or godparents in?
I have many. I am the godmother to many Orzhovs.
Well, so there is, if not a solution to the situation, at least a potential path forward.
Hmm. Let's go to
One we
break.
can discuss later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, I'm going to run some commercials. We're going to go to break, and the players are going to freak out about what they just found out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then recap it to Frizz once.
Yeah. When
We
we get
resume.
back,
Yeah.
get ready for recap Redux.
So 1:30ish.
Yeah,
1:30-ish.
1:30ish. Someone tell Demage I am doing. The intermission screen is up, and I'm turning off my mic, and I'm turning off y'all's mic.
Coin Keep was his first tableau. He created many things. Scalara needs more time to guide him on ascending, and
How much time does she need?
All of it.
all of it.
I feel there may be some timey-wimey shenanigans going on with him, but I'm not sure.
So we know her area is sped up to like 4 days is 1 hour.
Shoot, you're right.
So it's sped up to like a factor of maybe 96, maybe like 100. So or slow down, I mean, to 1/100th, I suppose. So anything there in Scalara's area, 100 days passes for every day there. Ish.
Hmm.
And so you were with us, so you heard all this. And you are now
Okay.
downstairs in the ossuary archive with a bunch of skulls on iron pikes. And she has temporarily told this one that he can answer questions from anyone, not just the family.
There was some other things, like he said she will guide me to my ascension.
But also said that he's already successfully ascended.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We haven't figured out what Viviana's role in all this is.
I mean, that's still another question. Plus, EQ with his awesome dice collection that he wanted us to show off has also wants us to ask about the coins.
Collection. That is beautifully arranged.
It is awesome, yeah.
That's like
one
background.
set.
Yes, but yours roll like an average of 15, so
Yeah,
I can
that's
see
the
why you're
weird
not
thing
getting
was,
more sets.
in our last campaign, I was averaging like a freaking 5.
It's
I don't
true.
know what happened.
Sometimes luck is in
I
the
will say
favor.
it's because of your dice traces.
Oh, we are back live, by
Oh.
the way.
It's awesome.
I'll say that the dice tray that you gave me is the sole purpose of why I rolled one.
Okay, so if I ever make another dice tray for like a follower giveaway, so if like we get 100 followers and I make a dice tray and give it away, it could make you as lucky as Fairdeer, but no guarantees.
You heard it
Yeah,
here, folks.
$500,000 value. Right
Apparently, if we get to 100 followers, which I believe we are only 30-something away from. Hold on, I can actually check that now.
I'm probably going to make the itty-bitty dice trays now because that's what I make now, the little squares.
Yeah, we're 34 followers away. If we can get 34 more followers before the time the plague ends, Ziziva will send someone a dice tray.
All right, we've got at least 2 years.
Yeah. No rush. All right, back in character. Go.
Back in character.
Oh, do you want to show off your dice tray?
me.
Yeah, not you. Hey, Fairdeer's dice tray was made by me. That is a cup that I bought at a convention. I was there with the cookie.
I miss conventions.
I miss going outside.
Same.
Same.
I never went to one, but I always had the option.
Oh, hey.
And then I snuck out of the convention and went to the flea market across the street and bought this that I've been wearing a lot.
Yeah.
I snuck out of the convention.
Get it. It's a good book. It's funny. Not a paid sponsor.
Oh, is that
It's
Pun
mirrored. I
Bards?
can't read that.
Is it
The murder hobo?
reversed?
It is
Yeah.
mirrored, but it's the murder hobo, I believe.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I've heard good things.
I enjoyed it. It was funny. I laughed.
I will put it
I've
on.
read up on Trailer Park Warlock.
I mean,
A
you can
lot.
get the exact same content for free by following Boomer on his Twitter. But having it in book form means you can read it whenever you want. Without a
And
phone.
you're giving them money.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Giving money to
Well,
creatives
people
is
generally
the
need
best
money
way
to live.
Giving money to creatives is the best way to ensure that the creatives continue to create things. At least until capitalism falls and we can all live in like something resembling a humane society.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So
away from my
resuming
Marxist philosophy.
with we have now set Circe on possibly looking for an alternate path, but she's probably not going to look too hard.
I mean, she did just give you a bunch of money to pay for a venue.
I still think that's a misappropriation of funds.
I'm going to be pretty quiet. I'm pretty visibly uncomfortable around undead, and it was kind of obvious
aren't
like the
undead.
last time when the other stuff happened.
Yeah, you would be
Both are dead, it's just
uncomfortable all the
dead.
time around Ingrid.
Ingrid's not undead. Ingrid
You-
is not undead.
No, no,
See, I call anybody
I'm
that
talking
doesn't
Ingrid.
breathe
It's the birds.
for
Or
5
sleep,
days
or eat.
undead.
I'm warm and I have a heartbeat. This is definitely a gray
These are the
area
sort
here.
of distinctions that you know a
Okay.
lot more than I do. But then
It
again,
could
I have
be-
a lot of tentacles, so I don't have
Could be
much of a-
osmosis.
It's very obvious what she's become. She has become a right proper lich, and not like any of the weird messed up.
Lich.
I'm a skeleton lich. It's like,
I misheard what you said. I was like, I'm not sure I'm happy with this, but then I realized you said lich.
Wow.
little known fact is like a
I
lot of
think we need to put a mature tag on this.
Yeah,
one.
Hey,
little known fact, a lot of liches that you end up fighting against and that are all evil and whatnot, those are liches that didn't read the instructions properly and fucked up their lifelong process. It's like apparently there is a way to perfect that process to the point where it's like I just technically live forever. That's about it.
Yeah. Santa Claus.
Yeah.
so Rybold, are you the coin keeper?
I will be.
Oh,
Did you meet a
is time
skeletal
travel
dragon?
involved? Oh, sorry, didn't mean to speak over Faraday.
What, Vader?
Did he meet the skeletal dragon?
Not yet.
It's time travel. It's bloody time travel.
No, I don't think it's time travel.
Yeah.
I think he's talking from all times at once.
Here,
His answers
Here's
have been kind of
another-
around, right?
hang
Well,
on.
also, he could have multiple bodies. He could be answering from this body's perspective. This body didn't do that yet.
There is also the possibility that there is a transfer of memories as well. So
There could
there's
be
a
a
lot there's a lot that can go on here. It's like this.
So
this
let's
is
just
rad
ask
that-
him which one it is.
If you're a planeswalker, are you also a Time Lord?
Was that in character?
Out of character, but like seriously, if you're a
Um,
planeswalker, it's not just dimension. You can shift time as well, right? Or do
No,
I have that wrong?
No.
You have that
Usually
wrong. There
with-
is only really one planeswalker who focuses on time travel, and he does not do that because he accidentally banished his city to a warped time thing.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
that was a mistake.
Yeah. That was a bad
Yeah.
mistake.
In
He
general,
still regrets
if,
that.
Yeah, in general, if you somehow done time travel in the middle of planeswalking, you've done something wrong, basically, or you've come across something you shouldn't have and brushed against it. It's like being like skirting the edge of a black hole, and it's like,
So,
I had a time
It
mistake.
is possible.
It's
Just
possible,
not
it's
but
not
not
advised.
a positive. It's not a positive outcome.
It
It's
is a
like
poor
usually if something
choice.
happens, it's like that is bad.
To your knowledge, has anyone ever had all the coins at once?
Who created the coins?
They have always been. I have.
In
What was the last part after they have always been?
I have.
wait,
He's in all times at once.
I think you may be right there.
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear. He's answering from every time at once. Everything is all one. His timeline is not linear anymore. It's just one dot.
Ah, damn it.
That's why he's ascended. He's ascended to a being that is beyond time.
I'm so glad we're hiring you, Frizz.
Thank you. I think I know a bit about this sort of stuff to
You've got
know a
better
little about
grasp of it
this.
than I do.
You're like, yeah, you seem to be well versed in temporal mechanics.
Just
Yeah.
a bit.
We just gotta
Oh,
get the legal part down.
And we'll get that done soon. Let's try to figure one thing at a time.
That's fine. You're
So,
a valuable asset to this team.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Second Sight Agency coming to you yesterday.
All right, so now that we've kind of determined that he is at all times at once, you really know a lot about the future. Then this is a really good opportunity to learn things. Question I'll ask first.
You're not allowed to play the lottery.
Remember, this is
If
a
he doesn't,
privilege.
Circe will.
I
Yeah.
can't control what Circe does. I'm pretty sure if she wanted
I
money,
think-
she could just get money.
Well,
No
Circe,
offense,
think
Circe.
that
Mine was in character. I don't know, like if yours was.
Circe gives Faradir an alms coin.
Faradir immediately gives it back. It's like, no! Look, no offense, but the first go around of that didn't go very well. Well, I mean, it went okay, but
Well, did you figure anything out about it ever, Faradir?
Few things, not much. Probably need to talk to my wife more about it. Like about my other family, getting with my other family. This is probably irrelevant.
I don't know. Other families seem to be a pretty big topic among us.
I was gonna say I was originally an elf, so I don't think that matters. But apparently, there's Videlkin in your line, so
Well, not
We
as a
don't
direct
know.
descendant that I know of.
Yeah.
It's a
That's a
great
different-
aunt.
Yeah.
So, who's the tutor, Rybald?
He is the Flesh Warper.
Right.
What's he
You did
teaching
that.
Scalara?
Everything.
okay. Does everything include mushrooms?
No response.
See,
that name sounds bad. That might be a thing that I think I know what it is out of character.
do you know it in character?
Well, I mean, let's look at it like this. Rail took 30 points of damage by stepping within a couple feet of it.
So,
Do your plans pose a threat to the city?
I am the city.
Okay, I don't know if that's good or bad.
Is that metaphorical?
No answer.
Of course not.
would it be possible to move Scalara?
No answer.
What would happen if we move Scalara?
No answer.
Do you know what would happen if we move Scalara?
She was not.
Is she safe?
She will be.
She was not.
Was not moved and will be safe.
So if she does move, then you're not infallible.
Oh, it simply means that the timeline will change and the answers he gives will change. We'll just be on a different branch of how time works.
Oh well, I'm not that familiar
Not-
with the mechanics of time travel.
None of his answers are going to be fully comprehensible. The future constantly changes. Simply doing like that, oh, that just created infinite more realities. It happens.
Right. Excuse me.
Why did you send Opal?
She is
Kitty.
in the stream.
Outside of
Is she a
time.
planeswalker? Outside of character, but
Not what I
Yeah,
was
is
expecting.
Planeswalker like a common knowledge thing?
No.
no,
Okay.
not at
She
all.
did say she came from a
Okay.
forest, though. Like, she did tell us she came from a forest, and we were like, the green belt? And she
What's a
didn't
forest?
answer. Yeah.
But didn't you come from a forest too?
Me?
Yeah.
No. I come,
Like, isn't
I
that
come from
where
a
the-
corpse grove.
I thought there was a forest in Lobson.
Yeah, the corpse grove. But it's not a forest.
Not in the traditional sense. It's more okay. The corpse grove is to a forest as a zombie is to a person.
So,
Right.
dead forest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Undead? Undead-ish? I don't know. Who
You know,
knows?
we do have to go out of town. Can we talk to Ryball later if we want? You know, if we come up with something?
Seriously, that's a pretty big favor. These are my personal archives. I am sure we can work out some arrangement that would allow y'all access.
Over the spy's murmur. Warning. Warning.
We can talk later.
Certainly, my dear.
Oh. Is there anything else that we need to do here?
I mean, if you
Or
want
are
to
we
ask him any other
good?
questions, now would be a good time. I'm certainly learning something.
So, are we still there?
Y'all haven't left.
So, a thing about Scalara, we kind of don't want her getting hurt because we kind of like our cousin under the water. Just saying.
Seriously, I have no idea what you are talking about.
It's best you don't. For now, at least.
No,
I
we
have-
should tell them some of it for safety.
I mean, I have people who are paid to know things that I do not and should not know.
Hmm.
That's a very good way of operating. To the
Well, if they
skull.
come upon the Scalara issue, you know, perhaps a friendly visit by the office.
Okay.
If they don't
I'm gonna ask
send
the
anybody
skull
down
some more
that tunnel
questions. If nobody has any objections.
Seriously,
well,
ahead.
for me.
please go ahead. The more I learn, the more valuable it is.
Do you know what Viviana is currently up to?
She carries my plan to fruition.
Do you know why she turned me? Wait, was it her that changed me?
You
Or
don't know.
was that... Okay, never mind. Stops that.
Why does there even have to be an altar?
The altar connects the
Connect-
body
Oh, okay.
and the space.
The body and the space?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a beacon. That's fair. Do you know when anyone in this room will die?
Soon.
Fair.
All the canaries will be dead within the hour, except for Ringo. Yes! Who'll be dead in 20 minutes.
Well,
Will we all die? Well, I'm in forever time. You guys are
Yeah,
mortals,
that's the other
so guess what?
Yeah,
Except
It's a
her.
it's really
complicated
relative.
She's
question to
cool.
answer. All right. We have some more information that might be interesting to go off of. I think we've found out everything we can hope to at this point.
Let me look over my Ribald notes real quick. Just to double
Other questions I
check.
could ask. They're not really pertinent.
You got time.
No, though they're
What?
just more like dick questions that would just mess with like just fundamental parts of the game, like, oh, how does currency inflation happen in 15 years? Yada yada yada. Like,
So
just
why
to
were
make-
you
Not get
making
used to
deals in the
Lance's back.
Undercity? Near the Millennial. Millennial.
I have not yet.
Right. Does Viviana work with you?
She is pursuing my goals.
Okay, so she's not off on her own agenda.
What did you use the Void Stones for?
To draw that which is outside within.
Did we ever find out how he actually died?
No. Well, I said something before, I think. So how do you use these Void Stones anyway?
They
Like,
are,
at a technical level.
they are from outside. And so they do not follow our laws.
Laws of the city?
A physics!
Okay, the player knows that. Rail would not know that.
No answer.
Rail.
They don't follow the
cleric.
laws.
Rail, the cleric of knowledge and secrets, and it's like would not understand this. It's like,
I figured he would have just been a little bit wrong-footed by it.
you know,
They
fair
don't
enough.
follow
It's like,
the laws. Should we arrest them?
Yes. Yes, we should.
you know what? Thinking on it, you are a documancer, so you probably would think that
The
first.
skull's just like, my descendant
You are-
is an idiot.
What is your physical mobile form up to right now?
No response.
right now.
Where'd you get
it's
that
irrelevant.
hat?
No
What hat?
response.
I thought he had
How
a
did you
bitchin'
meet
hat while he-
Devotion?
He is from outside.
Hey, what are
Really?
the Fallen?
They are
From outside.
Mhm.
Right. Definitely getting a theme here.
Hey, Rybald, where should I have MK do his business? Outside.
Yeah. Very good.
How many Fallen are there?
Finally, a question that can't be answered with outside.
multitudes.
Please don't kill your throat. That's
Did
not
you
a
give Devotion
question.
the
That's
10
not
coin?
an answer I would like.
Did you give Devotion the 10 coin?
I'm checking a note. 1 second.
Okay.
Let me read my diary.
Okay, the 10 coin. All right.
Opal coin.
Yeah. I was having to check which one that was, sorry. There's a lot of them, and not all of them y'all have dealt with.
Yeah.
Let's see here now. Not yet.
That's an interesting answer as well.
If you were going to hide, where would you hide?
Everywhere and nowhere.
How many coins are there in total?
Multitudes.
Is it like one for every fallen?
No answer.
Hey,
For
what's the theme of the...
keys?
Right.
Oh,
Are
sorry.
the coins
Yes.
inhabited?
I have placed myself within them.
Great.
Hmm.
Horcruxes. Wonderful.
Is the key a part of the coins? Like they're the same set?
I do not know what key you
Oh.
speak of.
Oh, damn it.
What's the theme of the glass coin?
The glass coin?
Fragility.
It is the grave and the spider.
Is the what? What?
The grave and the spider. I thought
Okay, so I
that
heard
one
it right, I
sounded
just
cool.
don't
And Ingrid
understand
just
it.
looks like super
I have
happy
a
for a
question.
second.
I have a question. Am I
Mhm.
allowed to ask it?
Yeah.
He sees
Yes.
some nods. Yeah, please go ahead. I'm learning very much.
What do you know of the Second Sight Agency coin?
The coin of second sight shall find the others and bring them to the prophecy.
What do you know of the Second Sight Agency?
They have the coin.
Hold on.
I
Damn
would
it.
not put it past. I
This
would
is
not
a
put it
long
past
one.
these people.
Give me a second.
Yeah, I was going
Okay.
to say.
A
This is, I would
strong.
not.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
A strong tree grows in the rot. The currents guide its growth, and a shadow guards its fruit.
Could you check that? What's his? I can't. Or put it in chat or something. Sorry.
Sure, 1 second.
Thank you.
But yeah,
You're
I
gonna
would
tell Cathal all this, and she's gonna be like, "Yeah, I know. Why didn't you?"
Well,
I'm going
to
to go
be
ahead
fair, she
and
doesn't know
also
everything.
post that in the Twitch chat.
Yeah, and to be fair, it's like she didn't know everything, and she's confessed as much. So this might be
Yeah,
new
I know.
information for her.
I know. I'm just kidding. Okay.
And yeah, if it's
Strong
something that she knows
tree
part of, then
grows
she
in
can
the
at least
rod.
confirm.
Wait a
Strong
minute.
tree
Wasn't
rod
there
is like current
Wasn't-
growth shadow guard fruit.
Griggum? Wasn't there a tree thing that you and Viviana were involved in?
There's the vault, right?
Yeah, I was about to
Or
say
tree?
a vault. The vault. Like, I mean, you're talking about this Lesnia conclave. There are trees everywhere. It's like our leader is a part of a big tree. It's like, our leaders are part of a big tree. It's like 3 in 1. It's like,
All right, so
I don't know. Just first thing I thought of.
There's another question we were
I'm
about
going
to
to-
ask earlier.
I'm going to
and I
also
got
point
skipped.
out. I'm going to also point out that this entire sentence sounds like the guild pact in its entirety. We got Selesnya for the tree, Rot for Gilgari, who's like Currents for, I guess, the Simic, who's like Shadow for
Demir.
Yeah. Rakdos for fruit, I suppose. They're catering.
What do shadows have to do with libraries and post offices?
Well,
There's a lot
you're
of
right.
shadows in libraries
Yeah,
and
no, I
post
know.
offices because there's a lot of lights in libraries and post offices.
Exactly.
So what's the prophecy?
A strong tree grows in the rot. The currents guide its growth, and a shadow guards its fruit.
Who made the prophecy?
No response.
First heard the prophecy.
An Azorius.
Wait,
And who is that Azorius?
was the guild pack around? Or do I have that timeline screwed up?
So I think the current question was, who was that Azorius?
No answer.
Okay. What did you ask?
Wait.
Was the guild pack around at that time? Or do I have the timeline screwed up?
The guild pact was year 0.
Okay.
So the coins were before the guild pack. We are
But he would have been
year
alive after the
10,000
guild.
something, maybe 76.
10,076.
70.
Okay. So the coins are older, but he's not.
It's not an Azorius, it's the Azorius, right?
I thought it was N Azorius heard it.
I'm just wondering, like, that was more of like a hypothetical
You
question.
could ask him.
Is it an Azorius or the Azorius?
No response.
Well, I mean, which
Okay.
one did you say earlier on the answer?
Oh, he said
It was Anne, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That said, I certainly would like to remind you that the current living guild pact is an Azorius mage.
Mm,
If I got my Magic the Gathering
I
lore
don't-
right.
think
No, he's not an
that's
Azorius.
right.
Jace
I mean,
He's just a
alone.
guy.
He's a blue-white
He's a-
mage, right?
He's
It's
just blue.
Jace.
Yeah,
He's a telepath and a just mind mage.
Bit of a shitbag.
The only reason he's the guild pact is because he read all the 10 guilds' minds at once during the Dragon Maze, and for some reason the guild was like, "Hey, he's got all 10 guilds inside of him. Let's make him the guild pact."
Okay,
And then
fair enough.
bam, and then he left, and then got his mind blown up and was pirating for like a year with a Gorgon.
This sounds like the best anime ever.
Honestly, his story was very redeeming. I'll give him that.
I mean, to be
He
fair,
became the guild pack leader, then he decided to become the king of the pirates.
And
Now
while
he's
he was
trying
a
to
guild
get
pact,
his hero license.
now to be
he was
fair,
under the foot of a necromancer for a while. But anyway,
to be
Literally.
fair, like Arthurian legends are also pretty anime, so it's hard to say.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
probably all comes from the same root at some point.
so out of character, can I say a hypothesis to what I think is going on?
I'm not going to stop you.
Sure.
Okay, that's fair. The Azorius is Azor the Lawbringer, who is the paragon of the Azorius Guild, who originally got the prophecy. I'm assuming that these coins are kind of beacons to summon and bring back whatever he is. He has become a Nephilim, a godlike creature who is going to bear down against Ravnica. And yeah, and I think the keys belong to a different thing. Possibly could be a different Nephilim.
Oh, he
But
said
I could
he's
be
in the
completely wrong.
keys. Like, he said he is in the keys.
He said he's in the
Oh,
coins.
he's in the keys.
Coins.
He's in the coins. Yeah, he said
Okay.
he doesn't
He said
know
the
what
keys
the
are
keys
different. Okay.
Yeah, so the keys could be completely different if they have the same kind of magical tie and like themes work the way they do. It would make sense to be a completely different Nephilim with completely different goals.
Maybe.
This Nephilim seems to ideal the body of timelines and linearness and just like fate almost.
I like how one of the arguments is, well, based on narrative structure, I think.
Well, I mean,
Where's
you're
argument?
talking to the person out of us who's like the avid book fan and
I know.
Ravnica.
And
I just
Yeah.
like how that's a sound argument.
And to be fair, like, you know, it probably is a very, like, at this point, I'd say it's a fairly valid idea of how the universe works in general. That shit happens because
Mostly-
plot demands that it does.
Yeah.
Shit happens because the writers at Wizards of the Coast said it did.
You know what they say? You know what they say? Like, the truth is stranger than fiction. Like, and boy, like, we've got some way out there fiction already.
Yeah.
Have you met Valora Almaroma before?
Not yet. Soon.
Right. Oh, that's just lovely. As far as you know, is Omrama working towards...
Hey, be careful
Your-
asking questions about her. And Ingrid like suddenly looks super defensive.
Alright. I can lay off.
Have you heard of Valora Umaroma?
That's what I just asked.
No, you said have you seen, met?
Yeah. Okay.
What do you know of Valora Umaroma?
Fair dare?
It's just a perspective.
She stands as the queen of the rot.
Okay,
That is not what I was expecting to hear.
so we found out that she's the princess of the rot. Way to go, Ingrid.
Ingrid, did you know anything about that?
I just slapped Fair dare on the back of the head.
Make a history roll, anyone who was in the presence of the Sphinx.
Ooh, that's
Since you're
9.
probably
That's a
talking
number.
about the comment, I'm not gonna roll.
Okay. Towards the end of the trial, the Sphinx referred to Ingrid as, I believe the phrase was, child of the rot.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's a thing.
I mean,
Is there Golgari royalty or something that we should be knowing about?
Well, I mean, all the erstwhile were nobles. Like, there were no Golgari nobles anymore. And then the erstwhile came back, and all the erstwhile that were put away were nobility. So, theoretically, the Golgari nobles are the erstwhile, but also if you own an undercity or something, you're technically, like, kind of nobility, but it's not the same thing.
do you know how old she actually is?
At least 5,000, because that's how long they were away. I've never asked.
I mean, I guess that's fair. You never ask a lady her age.
Well, it just didn't seem that important.
Okay.
She'd have told me if it was important.
I think at this point, y'all are getting the impression that Cirsa has the keen mind feat.
Yeah.
Because she
we
hasn't
can only
taken
trust her
notes
as
or
far
anything
as-
like that.
She also
I-
can pull numbers out of her head. So.
Hey, Watcher,
I'm not
how's it looking
surprised.
outside?
No response.
Watcher?
There is a
dear.
response about a quarter second later of a dragon with a large chunk of meat finding a place to sit down and gnaw on it.
Oh.
Watcher's fine.
See, it's not just mine.
I mean, he doesn't even have to eat. Okay. So I guess, do we have anything else?
I did want to ask, Cirsa, what's What is with the all of the rectors outside?
She blinks and cants her head to the side. Oh, they are scouting locations, I believe, for something.
Ah, so
I
you
told
were
them
aware of it.
I told them they could use the courtyard as long as they do not cause much of a disruption of the public or damage to the area.
Oh yeah, while we're asking about things, it seems like there's a lot more indentured, spirits than we recall there being last time. Is there anything going on about that?
I thought there were fewer.
There's fewer in the building and more outside.
Yeah, outside.
I am not sure. I am one of many who holds contracts. My contracts, I tend to reserve their actions for useful moments. But
Sure.
the ones outside are not on my employ.
Okay, just wondering.
There are rumors of a power struggle among a few of the other pontiffs. The Osbadet are to meet with a Trace, I believe her name was, a young noble of another house.
Right. Anything we should be worrying about?
She is probably making a play for a seat on the council. I know that I am consolidating my own power to ensure that when it is time, I have a seat on the Ghost Council.
You haven't heard anything about Aesoph, right?
Soph? When I took this chantry from her, I banished her to the... She stops to look up and think. The 3rd precinct.
So, probably not a problem.
Unless you visit the Selesnya often, no?
Grigum?
So,
What?
expressly, if you go down through that hatch, there is a time warp. So, if you go investigating, be very careful.
Yes, and I would not send anyone down there without some serious restorative magic on hand.
I will ensure that no one goes there.
Oh, then. Alright. We have some business that may take us into a different district for a time.
I assume you will continue to not
yeah.
tend to your duties then.
Which duties are you referring to?
It is fine. I will have Kars minister to the flock for you.
How is he?
He is much more obedient, I have been told as of late.
Oh, good. You kind of know he was a little naughty previously.
There, don't be
grudge.
mean.
Look, if my friend's mother is stabbed in the back, that's upsetting to me. I mean, also, she's a powerful political figure, so there would also be other consequences. But
Yeah. If you want to help me, if you can find out what it is that this Tesa Karlov has been wanting with the Osbadet, I would certainly not object too strenuously to not having to pay a information broker.
Right. On that note,
You know, we could get our Red Waste trip done a lot faster if we took Dromids. But then I can't put them in the dome.
I do not know what a Dromid is, my dear.
Oh, I was like, she was talking to Rail, but yeah. But they're bug mounts, and we could go at night really fast. But then we can't put them in the dome to protect them.
It's a Golgari thing.
they're quite charming, actually. Also, ow.
I think we're done here. Are we done here?
I think we're done here.
We're done here.
If y'all are done asking questions, I have a couple of my own to ask. But I believe you can see yourself out.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Pleasure as always.
Yes, let's go while the getting's good.
I look forward to my invitation.
We can discuss the possibilities of adoption later.
I'm sorry. We look forward to your what?
Invitation.
Wedding. Between.
Okay. Because I heard I heard indentation. I was like, I'm sorry. Like,
Yes, it's Rail's gonna bang his head against a wall so hard over this. It's gonna leave a dent right there.
I don't know. Like, and so I have conjured for you. Like, I'm sorry. What did you say? Like, conjured. Oh, he means conjured. I was like, no, it's conjured. I'm a conjurer. Like, it's conjured. You say potato. I say potanjo.
God, what is it from?
Mini apologies.
Tripod Wizard of the Dragon.
I guess we're heading upstairs and...
Alright. As y'all reach upstairs, the two Orzhov at the table that were counting coins are gone, as is the box of coins. The chanting has stopped. Outside, the pulpits are not as full. There are a few citizens that remain. There are 3 priests up on the dais talking with various people who come up and speak to them, directing them either to the left wing or the right wing.
We really should find out if there's a back door for leaving at some point. Like, Ingrid's just gonna whisper that to Rail.
That's not a bad idea for another time. Hang on, so was Mavana with us through all that, or did she kind of wait outside?
Well, she stayed at the door.
Okay.
She generally
keeps... the door downstairs, right?
Yeah, she generally keeps
a
good...
auditory range.
Yeah, she generally tries to keep a good 20 feet between her and Cirsa at all times.
Right.
Well, Cirsa had her guard, so she probably didn't figure that she needed to be, like, right.
Yeah, I mean, it is in the ossuary, in, you know,
something
the heart of
happened.
Corveno power, such as it is.
Well, I guess we're going to see about a carriage ride or something on the way back, or do we want to just walk to the train station? Not too far, we've walked it before.
I mean, I feel like a walk, but that's just me. How's everyone else feel?
That's fine by me.
Hey, if we run into Basil on our walk, we can always see if he wants any weird, is it crystals?
Is that really the best place to pawn those off?
Oh, no, but we told him that 1 to 2 times when we went to dangerous places, we would take stuff by.
Oh, yeah.
And we fulfilled it because we've gone once. But theoretically, if we see him, we can show him the crystals. It's a dangerous place. Then we're sure we're clear of what we've agreed.
Okay. I think Rail should be, in the middle of this.
We don't even know if we'll run into him. And Thinkers will start walking. Hey,
No,
Watcher!
I mean, in the middle of the pack.
Watcher flitters over to you. He has,
I think that makes sense.
you know those, when you go to the Renaissance Fair, you get, the turkey leg? That's just a giant turkey leg. Imagine that, but Watcher size.
Do we need to pay anyone for that, Watcher? Who gave it to you?
He just blinks and tears off a chunk of it.
Oh, where'd you get it? We'll go give him a coin or something.
He gives you the mental image of a flayed rabbit.
Okay, here, stay under
Those
my
one of those
cloak, Watcher.
skulls, then.
And I'm gonna go look for matching food.
Okay, let's see here now. Who would it be right now? It would be...
While you're looking at that, out of character,
Mhm.
just want to say, Taste of Karlov. Is that, favorite character? But yeah.
Let's see here now.
I mean, we had no guess whatsoever on that.
Ingrid, as...
No, not at all.
Ingrid, as you approach the cart with the flayed rabbit banner, a figure in black with a top hat catches your eye. A sense of dread that you can't really place floods
But
your
it's not a
system.
but it's not a banner I recognized.
And we lost. Apparently, it also filled Tux with dread.
Welcome back.
Hey, Real,
Tux.
I need backup. Real, I need backup.
Backup for what?
Here, get this coin and give it to the people at the stall to make up for the food being lost, okay?
Okay.
The one that matches Watcher's food.
That I can do. Although, wait, did he just take it? Or did somebody give
Probably.
it to him?
He probably did. Just give him a coin, then we're good.
I don't think dragons understand monetary exchange. Pseudo-dragons. Sorry.
Why did I not keep
Right.
the thing that changes what I look like? Why did I not change your image?
Are you casting that, or are you regretting not keeping it?
I'm casting it, and I'm
Okay.
using it as disguised person.
What image? What image are you using?
It looks more like when I was pretending to be Anna with the cat.
Okay.
Only the cat's not visible. And I duck in between a couple of the teammates and stand on the other side looking like Anna. So that they'll recognize me, but not necessarily anyone else. Because
Okay.
Anna had full disguise kit. Hey, I'm Anna again. I'm Anna, okay?
Yeah, oh,
Okay,
okay.
Anna.
Hello, Anna.
Okay.
Why are you Anna again?
Just let's let Rail give him the coin for the missing food and let's get out of here.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. Rail, are you approaching the figure then?
Rail is going to approach the figure.
All right. As you approach the cart bearing the flayed rabbit banner, the smell of blood and offal becomes overpowering. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, wonderful.
Sorry, Rail.
Okay, so that is... Where's my sheet? Con save?
Mhm.
13.
13. You
13.
feel 13. You feel weak in the head. You are poisoned for the next hour. And while poisoned like this, you are under the effects of exhaustion 1.
Well, wonderful.
Sorry, Rail.
All right. Not your fault. Yeah, I'm just going to try to avoid showing it as much as I can. And just kind of go, hey, I believe we may owe you a bit of money. One of our,
At your voice, the figure in black with the top hat turns. A sallow-looking gentleman with a Van Dyke beard and pencil-thin, almost razor-thin mustache stretching from cheek to cheek turns to look at you with sunken eyes that look like black and red pinwheels that slowly turn. He cocks his head to the side and gives you a wide, square-toothed grin. Hello, how are you?
I'm having a trying day.
I see. Would
I hope
you
you're having
like
fun setting
something to eat? We have many delicious things.
Right. I thank you, but I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine. I
Come closer. Please.
would rather not. A pet of ours may have stolen a bit of your wares, I'm afraid to say.
I see.
I'm sorry to say.
I would like to meet
So,
this pet of yours.
Just chuck the money at him and run.
Watcher.
yeah. I'ma say...
Please, come closer.
I'm trying to avoid giving offense, but Rail is not getting any closer to this dude than he has to. Let's just say that
His eyes are starting to
Yo.
spin.
You have
faster.
Mage Hand. Just
Rail, just come
put
back.
the money on it with Mage Hand.
Well, just come back. It's
yep,
okay.
I'ma just toss the money over to his stall.
His
Thank you,
hand
but
just
I'm afraid I have, like,
snaps
pressing
out
engagement.
without like the rest of his body seeming to move to catch the coin, and like his hand twists around in like a full 360 degree before its arm swings back up against his chest. That is most generous. Please.
So he's just talking like somebody who doesn't really know how words work, isn't he?
Us to return a favor. And his other arm, moving completely independently of his body, reaches back behind him and up into this cart he's standing next to, rummaging around before it pulls down this bottle of a thick red liquid, which it then swings forward like a rusty gate, extending out to you. Enjoy.
I will, cast Mage Hand, use Mage Hand to take it.
Okay.
Mage Hand lasts a minute, so have to keep that in mind.
I'll give it to Hermes.
Hermes does not have hands, and the bottle is not adequately shaped for a bird to carry in its beak.
Oh, claws?
Watcher.
He'll have to
So
flutter next
we
to you, but yeah,
have
you can do
a
that.
bag that will get it off of our person.
Well, yeah, but I got to get it back to everybody in order to do that. Anyway, yeah. So, let's get away from creepy McJingleshines. Don't
Would
know if that's his
you
actual name.
like to play a game?
Oh God. No. I would very not. Very not.
He is just standing there watching you.
Exit.
Yep. No, Rail is leaving the heck out of there.
All right. If you touch the bottle, it is warm to the touch, like a feverish
it is.
person heat.
Of course it is.
The liquid inside is thick and viscous. When it is moved around, a thin film of it clings to the edge of the glass before slowly slipping down back into the main mass of the liquid.
I feel less good on foot right now, but if we're going to be on foot, let's go.
Let's get moving. And I definitely agree that Rail should be in the center of the group, like Faraday mentioned. Just for safety's sake.
Alright, so are y'all getting a carriage or are y'all walking?
I say let's walk.
And I guess we'll put it in the, Ingrid will get her backpack out of the bag, and we'll put the bottle in that, I guess.
Okay.
For now.
When you touch the bottle, it's cold, Ingrid. Not like icy cold, but like room temperature cold.
Okay. And I'm Anna for 10 minutes.
Anna.
Interesting.
Sorry.
And 10 minutes of us walking, I'm Anna.
Okay. Y'all spent about 10 minutes into the walk after Rail passes the potion to Anna and she puts it in her bag. Anna vanishes and Ingrid is back. Y'all are not
What was that about?
Oh,
maybe 30 minutes
Ingrid, you just
away
missed Anna.
from... God damn it. You're about 30 minutes away from the nearest tram station by foot if y'all aren't going at a quick pace.
alright.
So what was that about?
He's even
I don't
worse
even
now.
rightly know.
Let's go. What is he even doing here?
I work with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little hurtful.
I mean,
Who is he? What's the deal?
he lives in the 6th precinct.
Okay.
He doesn't belong here. And now Ingrid's just kind of stomping away.
Who is he?
Right.
Wow.
Are we in danger? Are you in danger?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know.
Maybe?
Are we in danger?
Not, maybe?
I mean, I'm a goblin, but you don't yell at me for about not allowing to be here.
Huh? I mean, he
Wait, I
lived in the 6th precinct.
don't think
Okay.
goblin
Yeah,
is the
why do
problem,
you
right?
know him?
Because I lived in the 6th precinct.
Okay. Is he just some creepy guy, or
Yes.
How creepy are we talking about?
More creepy now, apparently.
That
Okay.
doesn't define anything for us. I'm sorry.
My cousin was a roadie for his magic shows, but he was strictly first floor opening audience kind of stuff back then. This set did not look like that.
so he got better at
Let's
it?
do things as they are, not as they were. Alright. You know what?
So
You know him better than we do.
Are you just being shy?
So you remember those jobs I got fired from that I told you about, Rail?
Oh.
Yes.
I did some
Also-
day work at my cousin's club, and then one of the nights they wanted a stage assistant. And I did a non-affiliated stage assistant thing, and then they got a little possessive, and then things got weird, and then I ran away really, really, really deep underground in best hiding place I could find, and then now I'm in the fourth precinct.
Right.
So that's kind of why my family thought I was dead.
Fair. Also, sorry, side note, out of character, my stomach is just kind of doing flips. I may need to run within a few minutes.
All right. I mean, we got 30
think
minutes
something I
left
ate
if
is
you want to
typically
go ahead and
movement.
run.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I will hopefully be back shortly. We'll have to see how my stomach is.
Okay.
Just puppet rail, I guess. Sorry.
Sure.
Well, we're just
Okay.
walking
Rail
over and
turns
then going to the
around
train.
and drops to his knees before Ingrid. No, I'm kidding.
So that's what the potion did.
Oh, getting the cousin. Well, I'll wait till Rail's back, and then we'll get the cousin.
So what
back
you're
out.
saying to me is that you have become a lich to avoid a fine from the Rakdos for performing
No,
without
it was
license.
in their club.
Okay.
I'm assuming y'all are talking and walking at this point.
Yeah. No, like,
Yes.
you know how I did with Anna? It's just like, I don't want to pay the entrance fee. Only, like, if you go earlier, it's like, I need a job for, like, a couple silver. But, like, you're not a member. But, like, if they don't have all their members, I was kind of sneaking out for it. But, save up money and stuff.
Okay, so how did it go from that to necromancer?
Oh no, that part's the normal part. So, I was already underground because I was hiding.
That's the normal part.
I went in the big underground hole in the 6th because that's where the food shipments come out of. So I figured if I'm gonna hide, food's there.
Not even.
What are you trying to?
Not even. That's the easy part to tell. That's the normal part to tell.
Yeah, so I was hiding because
This is what happens
didn't
with
want
Golgari
to-
every day.
I didn't want to sign up anymore after I found the body. So I was hiding underground where all the food was.
Whoa, body?
And so
Hang on.
So then I got like really freaked out and I left to go hide. And I wanted to go underground where, all the nice insect people who brought us mushrooms and stuff
The
came
people
from.
that deal with bodies.
Well, they don't go kill them. It didn't look like that later when I'm helping reclamation
What did you think
crews.
the Rakdos did?
Pay you a couple silver to give drinks in the early evening and then you get out of there.
Okay, fair.
It's not easy making a guildless income, okay?
Are they still doing it? Is this something we need to look into?
I mean, Anna walked in and got work, but that was just for admittance. I mean, it's like a kind of pretty
No,
normal
the body.
thing. Oh, I don't know. I just saw the one. Okay. It was just she was in the outfit, the same like stage outfit, and I had just been in, and it was really and like everything was like weird and thick and dread-like, and then I just had to run.
Okay.
So I found a nice deep hole and I ran to it, and I couldn't find the food or the bugs, so I just kept moving. And then I found underground trees and stopped because I was really confused.
And then necromancy.
Yeah.
I like to think this last the last 5 minutes of it has been standing next to the stairs down to the tram station.
Well, I guess
so-
we all learned something today.
Just your average day in Ravnica.
So I mean, by the time
I
that,
movie theater, and then I became a necromancer.
yeah, so by the time that I felt better from that, like, then it had already been like a couple years, and they already thought I was dead. So,
If it
plus,
was for my horse,
Dolores said I was going to age slow, and they kind of die first anyway. So, I just didn't check back.
if it weren't for my horse, I wouldn't have spent that year at the guild.
So you didn't want like write a letter or anything? Just
I mean, they already thought I was dead, and there was no postal center down there at the time. Ashley's been very nice about that.
so you haven't seen them since the
I saw them at the dinner.
announcement.
That was a little awkward. It was definitely awkward.
What did you tell them? Sorry, I got stage fright and I became a necromancer.
Oh, I didn't tell them that. I wrote them and told them, don't tell anyone I'm not dead.
Yeah, families love getting letters like that.
But I also sent the twins a picture of the unicorn we saw, and I sent them a picture of some dance steps, and some really sweet edible mushrooms, and said, don't tell anyone I'm not dead.
Wow.
I feel like Regina might be messing that up for me, though.
I feel like maybe I'm a little bit more stable than I initially thought.
Well, have you checked in with your family yet?
Yeah, I checked in with my wife like a couple of hours ago. And Kay's right here.
Oh, are they the rest gone? You're an elf. You live so long.
Oh yeah, the other family. TBD.
Oh, okay. Okay, getting on the tram.
All right, you go down down the stairways, and the tram station is empty, with the exception of 6 indentured spirits that are standing in a semicircle facing the stairway.
How long to the next train station? We should probably take a cab.
There's no response.
I'm asking.
Let's go back
Kurt.
upstairs.
Let's take the next tram. This one's being cleaned.
They're usually 15 minutes walking apart.
Well, there you go.
You turn around to go back up the stairs, and there are another 6 indentured spirits at the top of the stairway.
Well, they're spirits. We can just walk through them, right?
See, I wish Rail was back because he could hold up his guild symbol. We could try that.
Rail holds up his guild symbol.
I grab onto Rail's arm and hold up his guild.
Okay, sorry. I'm supposed to play Rail. Okay. I use Mage Hand and hold up my guild symbol. There, that's
Okay,
Rail. That's
you're
what Rail
holding up
would do.
the guild symbol. You need to actually do something else with that, like
It
turn
activates
undead.
his guild symbol. Okay, he does
Tell him
that.
to move aside so we can leave.
Okay. Rail commands them to move aside. They extend their arm. A few of them extend their arms. Their voluminous sleeves falling away, revealing elongated, bony, withered hands. A soft murmuring sound issues from their throat as they start to advance.
Turn undead.
Okay. What do one of y'all have his sheet open right now? I need to check
Not
to see
yet.
what his DC is. Let's see here now.
Will that destroy
It's 8,
them though? Because we probably don't. We probably just want to make them run if we can.
That's what I need to check. I'm pulling his sheet.
Yeah, isn't that the one that makes him have to...
If he's high enough level, it could pop him.
Yeah,
Oh.
which would be, that could be bad too.
Oh, why did I go to my characters? I need to go to my campaigns. Ravnica, view campaign. God, I have so many extra characters in
Did we
here.
take a long rest before this?
Not.
We took a long rest
Y'all
before
had
this, right?
y'all had a short rest, but y'all haven't had a long rest since the Sphinx.
You would have taken them like
Okay.
after like the spider battle, but not on the day of the Azorius.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh god, it's so
Close
slow
to
to
like
load.
half.
Okay, traits. Okay,
No, I think
apparently
I need to-
he has burned both of his channel divinities already.
I only remember him using
course he did.
one, but maybe he didn't reset it. But maybe he did as skills, and I
Yeah,
missed
he's
the
been
other
I
using
think
one.
he
for
did
skills.
both.
Yep.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Yell don't.
Well,
he
fun.
doesn't have a turn undead.
Of course he doesn't. God damn it, Rail. I burned my channel divinity to look pretty.
Well, no, to remember things.
I have the extra like vest thing over my armor.
Hmm.
I'm gonna undo my extra little vest so it shows like the Corvid crest and be like, "Move aside, we're leaving."
Well, it is just about the time that we're going to end this anyway. So let's go ahead and end this now, and we will pick up with initiative next week.
Okay.
Fun.
And I've already burned one of 2 spells.
Yeah, that sounds.
Well, no, I
good.
have some first level spells. I guess I have 2 first level spells.
I'm good.
I've got spells. And we're in a pretty big group, so like
Let me just
I can
read
just go
this to you. Damage resistances: acid, fire, lightning, thunder, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing, cold, necrotic, poison. Oh man, this is going to be a fun fight. I'm looking forward to next week now.
At least forces
I
on
have
the
one
list.
very important question. Like, and this is, I feel, a fair enough question to ask because I don't want to spend key points on it and have it do nothing. Are their attacks magical?
No.
Okay.
It does not say their attacks are magical, therefore their attacks are not magical.
All right.
I'll be
Just
nice.
Wanted to make sure. Yeah.
Hey, I can actually use a thing next. I should remember that I can do that.
Alright. So, y'all found out a lot of shit today.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. No. Like, found out a lot.
Yeah.
I feel it was a good move on my part to ask about the second side agency coin.
Y'all asked some really smart questions.
Yay.
Now we're aware of a prophecy, and I'm just like, ugh, really? Another one?
so yeah, it's fairly clear that it could be a red herring that the prophecy does like have like, you know, each keyword kind of ties to a guild pretty well. Though
If
grows
you wanna,
and growth.
if you want to read that out loud so it actually gets on stream as opposed to just being in the chat.
True. So I'll read the prophecy again, which is: a strong tree grows in the rot. The currents guide its growth. And a shadow guards its fruit. So from the correlation I got, like I kind of like typed this out. Basically, strong can pretty easily relate to Boros. Tree to Selesnya, grows to Simic, rot to Golgari, current to Izzet because it's a pun. Guide to Orzhov, growth to Gruul, shadow to Demir, guards to Azorius, and fruit to Rakdos. Which clearly kind of it could either definitely be something about the Guild Pact and that sort of stuff, or it could be a red herring.
Yeah,
But-
or it was something that I wanted to point out because it seemed like that from the way that this stuff correlated. It also could be this idea that we are putting too much thought into it. It does reference a number of guilds, but not all the guilds. Because we do have grows and growth. Now, granted, grows does seem like an active attempt at making something grow, while growth is something that is going on by itself without any guidance.
Which is why I put Simic in Gruul.
Or
I think that
there's a tree
relating to our group. If we're gonna if we can compare this to our group, especially just going off of keywords, rot would very clearly be Ingrid. Current is still a pun, and I still would like to think that it would definitely be me. Shadow could be Rail. Yeah. A strong tree. Rigum. And then the fruit could be Faradir. But I don't know why, but
what you trying to say, bud?
Well, it is Apple Oak Monastery.
I'm married, thank you.
So, I mean, that could also be Grigum. But
I will
probably not.
point out the thing about prophecies is that generally they do not make sense until after the event that they are prophesizing has occurred.
Yes. But we can at least try to take a guess from it. You know?
Okay, Cassandra. Greek mythology!
Yeah. But I mean,
I don't know
think
what I
that's
was
a
doing
pretty solid idea. Pretty sure I know what the whole Tesa thing is.
Oh.
Do what?
Probably not. Like, we also happen to have one shadow sorcerer talking about apples not falling far from the tree in the past. And
Could
Valera
definitely be
was
something.
making some comments.
You've definitely had several instances of food showing up.
Well, yeah, we eat a lot. You know, at least 3 meals a day for most people, excluding someone in particular.
Well, I mean, specific instances of food showing up in the stream have related to certain incidents happening.
That's fair. Also, I'm not sure if I told you guys yet, because I want to do a quick little funny aside. I just recently joined a Star Trek Adventures game, and our GM at one point is like, you know what, I really just want to run a D&D game where the characters are actually Starfleet officers that are trying not to give away who they are.
You know what's really fun is to go to, the Renaissance Fair, and if you see someone in a Star Trek outfit, pull out one of the badges and then give them hell about the Prime Directive. Or the Temporal Prime Directive.
One of the Prime Directives.
Or General Order 8.
I was at the Renaissance. I saw this guy in a Flash costume. And then I thought about it. I was like, no, that actually makes perfect sense. Never mind.
Yeah.
He's time traveled before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hey, you're back.
Just in time to say
we're
the
getting
Sorry about
jumped. It's all good. We're getting jumped.
Yeah.
We're getting jumped.
You're the one that can save us right now. It's ghosts. We're getting attacked by dementors.
So,
Normally this would be your bag, but apparently somebody used all their spells for the day.
All their channel divinities.
I've used most of
Channel
mine.
divinities.
You should
Channel
have. Yeah.
divinities.
I used to spell for an illusion, but I felt like I really needed to.
But yeah, no. Y'all
I've
went down
used
the
both of my channel
stairs.
divinities.
Yeah. You should have plenty of spells.
Like how you're like, I
I've
need
got
to
a number of
disguise
spells,
myself
yeah.
as Anna, not like, hey, let me just put my cloak hood up and stand like
I don't.
100 feet back.
Okay,
I don't really have a cloak hood.
Wish I had prepared spiritual guardians.
Okay, let me tell Rail what happened while Rail was on. Y'all had a discussion about how Ingrid met Valora. Y'all went down the stairs. The tram station was empty except for 6 indentured spirits that were in a half circle facing y'all. Y'all turned around to go back up the stairs, and there were 6 indentured spirits floating behind y'all.
Of course.
And then
Well,
Rail
then.
raised his hand at Faradir's insistence to cast turn undead and then realize that, oh no, I spent
I'm
both
out
of my
of-
channel divinities on giving myself proficiency with history checks.
First, there was holding
Yes.
up the
Well, no.
guild insignia.
Oh, hold up. Wait a second. Wait a second. We took a short rest.
On the train, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It didn't register my spending my hit dice. I should have one channel divinity left.
Ah, okay.
I was about to say, you only used it
Because
once.
I only used one channel divinity since the short rest, so I should have a turn undead left.
Well, we will get to that
Because I
next
definitely
week.
spent the hit dice.
Yeah.
Okay, correcting my
That's
sheet
totally
right now to
fine.
make sure that it...
I don't know. I said we can beat it in 20 seconds.
I don't know about that, but yeah, so I have one channel divinity left at the moment.
All right, well,
So,
Rail,
yeah.
your turn undead, at what level does it puff them?
At what level does it destroy them?
Yeah.
Checking...
And this is also important because depending on who they belong to, if you destroy them, it could be a political issue too.
Yeah. I don't think I have... Oh, I do have Destroy Undead. When an undead fails its saving throw against your turn undead feature, it's instantly destroyed if its CR is lower than the threshold for your level.
Okay.
My cleric level is 8, so if they are CR 1 or lower, they get destroyed.
These are CR1. What's your DC?
So, alright. If I'm using... I'll mark it off. Channel Divinity is... 17.
17, and it's a wisdom save?
Wisdom saving throw, yes.
I like the idea that Rail's like, I'm gonna have a dragon attack the monastery. Hold up, guys. Some of these spirits may belong to somebody important.
You said 18,
We really need to.
What was the DC?
17.
17?
No, that was me with the. They might belong to
1,
someone that's
2,
going to get
3,
pissed.
Yeah,
that
the
was
DC is 17, and I wasn't the one who said that.
yeah, that was me.
12. Alright. You would unleash a wave of divine energy. 11 of the ghosts just vanishing from existence. A single one of them remaining before it fades into the border ethereal. And then we will pick up
Okay,
without
just a note.
combat next session, apparently.
Yay!
Okay, so they were attacking us. All right, so I didn't just
They were acting
obliterate
hostile.
a bunch of innocent spirits.
I mean,
We
Okay.
didn't like them.
Yeah.
these
Told
were
you it'd take
people
20
that
seconds.
made a deal with the Orzhov, and so they cannot find rest until they finish their contract.
Well.
They found rest.
Did they?
I
Sure.
found oblivion.
I like to believe so.
Can anyone really find rest in this world?
Exactly. They just need to take a long rest. Come on.
Alright, so this has been the Bonus Roll Second Sight Agency campaign. We've playing D&D set in Ravnica. I have been joined with some of the best role players I know.
And
We've had a
Tux.
great time. I hope y'all have had a great time.
Say, who are they?
Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, pig. Meryl, give us the line.
All right, folks. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other, and please, always make like a polite werewolf. Like and subscribe.
All right. Do we have a cone?
Going through life, you hear a lot of phrases that are quite peaceful, almost zen. Time is a river. Life is a journey. The door is ajar.
Very profound.
God damn it. All right.
Very profound.
The background music has been provided by Sirenscape. Please join us on Friday nights for Shadowrun Neon Shadows. The gang is still dealing with the job they had to buy drugs and give drugs to a person who wanted them to buy drugs for them.
Technically, we've
Now we're
been distracted from it.
Now we're talking to a gang person so that another player doesn't blow up The van with us in it.
that has already been shot by a cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't the van that was my priority on that one.
Was there a priority on that one?
I mean, I told you to stay in the van with the goods, and you were like, I need a sandwich.
Yeah.
So the
Have to
priority
eat.
was a sandwich on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, I got us at the end show, with the follow us on Twitter at Bonus Roll, and the thank you for watching.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
I'm going to go ahead and mute one of the mics. It's either going to be mine or y'all's. Which do y'all think it is?
It's
All the
going to be
mics.
yours. Mike's Hard
Yours.
Lemonade.
Oh, that sounds so good. Oh, I still have bourbon. All right, I'm shutting off the recording and doing the other stuff. Hey, if y'all are in the chat, please hang around and watch the commercial or two. It doesn't actually make us any money because we make under $100, which is the level that we have to make for Twitch to actually send us something. But I thank you for your support.
One day.
Yeah, one day.
Yes.
Thank you.
That works. Take care, all.